Yeah, that's only half of it.
Oh, my God. Fester just brought in a jumbo pile of mystery merch packages while we were gone last week as I took spring break early. So what's the deal? Spring break? Oh, there goes Roxanne putting in her ridiculous eye whitener.
Yeah, it's you know how much pollen's out there? My eyes are like yellow from the pollen, so I have to whiten them up.
What is this crap called
It's
again?
called Lumify.
Lumify, and it turns Roxanne's eyeballs into like white is like
If I put Crest white strips on them for 5 hours.
Yeah, like copy machine paper white.
Yeah.
Like white toilet paper white. Like please don't squeeze the Charmin white.
Doesn't Visine do something remarkably similar?
Hold
No,
on, did you
not
just
like
get,
this.
Andrew, did you just get her putting it in? So,
Okay.
Did you just get her,
Visine?
did you get her putting it in?
She's pretty quick with these,
Yeah,
with
hold
these
on.
drops.
Yes, no, you missed it?
Yeah, a little while ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
she just did it
You got
again,
the
though.
first one.
Oh, you got the first one.
Yeah, Visine gets the red out, but this Lumify paints your eyes.
It jams the white in.
Right. It's like white out for your eyes.
It is. It's white. It's like you took white out, which, do they even sell that crap anymore?
You know what's funny? I was at my kid's school a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and the secretary busted out old school whiteout.
Why?
With the little, she had a form. She had a form. And
I guess if you make a mistake when you
Yeah.
handwrite, whiteout works as well. Yeah. Because, whiteout, you always think of a typewriter and the mistakes. And it always looked like ass. I mean, really, like whiteout. and if you painted it on too thick, then you got like that pile. It got goopy. And then you tried to like type the new letter on top. And,
And
it
it was all blurry.
It was just awful looking. It was terrible. Anyway, where the hell were we? Oh, so mystery merch, that's where you just send us packages. Just send us crap. From Amazon or from any other thing online or stuff you have at home. You just send us stuff. And then we open up the packages, and we have a whole gigantic pile. And that's only half of it, Fester? Is that it?
I actually tried to lift more, and I dropped several of them in the office. There's still probably 15 pieces in the
Are
office.
you serious?
Yeah.
Holy really?
Another full arm load.
Oh, my God. Well, we're going to have to open up some early ones this morning, though. So we'll have to open up a few packages in just a bit, because that's the deal. You send us stuff, we open it up live on the air.
Yeah.
And wow, that's incredible. Hey, before I forget, did anyone see the tarp or giant sheet of plastic, whatever the hell that is, on the bridge?
I missed that.
Yeah, cars were swerving around it. So I don't know. I was not in the lane, but if you're on the Howard Franklin Bridge, if you're headed southbound on the Howard Franklin. Oh, and Fester, what was the deal up near downtown? There's some kind of accident?
Yeah. Speaking of
Is it
275
north or south?
The accident is northbound.
Okay.
I was caught in the southbound traffic going through it, and the interstate is shut down near as of 15 minutes ago when I was rolling
So
through.
northbound, like at Ashley?
Yes.
Or
They're diverting everybody off as of 15 minutes ago. So
Oh.
I'm looking for an update right now, but I can't seem to log on to this company computer.
that sucks.
So-
Well, both suck. You got to be able to log on to the damn computer.
So we're trying to do a lot of things here, but there's a lot of congestion if you're going
Northbound.
northbound on 275 over the Howard Franklin into downtown.
Could you see what was going on? Was there a big old smash up?
They had a crane on the interstate. They had I don't know that I've ever seen a crane on the interstate, but I'm passing it southbound,
Hold on, a crane doing what?
lifting some heavy vehicle or something.
Really?
I mean, something that a tow truck couldn't do by itself, or maybe it was like one of those tow
You
trucks.
couldn't get the Highway from Hell Wreckers from that TV show and use the heavy duty Mama Jama tow trucks?
I mean, it might have been one of those big tow trucks with a boom on it
yeah,
or
maybe
something.
that's it.
But they had a crane-like apparatus
And
moving
were
vehicles.
people all rubbernecking on the southbound side, slowing down, or did you move okay?
It took me exactly 14 minutes to get through the mess.
What the hell are you driving? Because you sent me a note that your 2004 Lincoln Town car is still screwed.
I currently still have a rental car.
You have a rental car?
Yes.
For 2 weeks?
I rented it for a month.
You
I rented it for a month.
Oh man, dude, you gotta make a decision, dude.
It was a rough week car wise.
Anyway, back over to what I saw on the interstate. So southbound 275 on the Howard Franklin, just before you get to 4th Street, there's some kind of tarp or a big piece of plastic in the second lane from the left. So lane number 2 from the left lane. The one just to the right of the left lane. Yes, Andrew, what do you have?
Looks like on the cameras, I'm seeing that it is still being diverted off at Ashley.
Okay, that's
Okay,
all
for
right.
It's still a hot
downtown.
mess.
All
Yeah.
right, gotcha. All right, so again, some kind of tarp, and people were swerving around this thing.
I drive in that lane and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
She hit it.
It's probably stuck underneath your car. You're probably dragging it.
Roxanne cleared
Like a parachute behind me.
She cleared it for everybody.
It's being dragged by Roxanne right now. It's underneath her vehicle, which Doug wrecked, right?
Everything's good.
Yeah, everything's great, right? And you're saying that no glass was repaired, huh?
No, absolutely not.
All right, that's,
Nope.
all right,
Bad info on your intel.
Anyway, it's a Monday morning. I'm back from Scotland. We got back late last night. One of our flights was late getting back into Tampa, so ran about an hour later than I wanted to run last night. But if you didn't see any of my images and video that I took while we were in Scotland visiting Chloe at St. Andrews, just north of Edinburgh, you can check out my Instagram. I put a whole bunch of cool pictures, kind of chronicled a few things, and we had some cool things we did. So if you haven't seen my Instagram, take a look. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And I'll talk about a few things as the show progresses today. But give me a follow. Check out my images from Scotland last week and Certified MJ Radio. Oh, and had a great couple of slices of pizza before we went to LaGuardia yesterday, because we flew into JFK, but we left from LaGuardia because the JFK times were it didn't work for us. So we just took a taxi from JFK to LaGuardia, and we had time to stop for some pizza in Flushing. God, man. Brothers Pizza on Horace Harding, man. Just a great, super New York slice.
I know you love pizza, but it was probably good to eat that after eating all that Scottish food. That didn't look like really good. Usually your food.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no, I was
The
unimpressed.
food was great. I had a lot of fish and chips.
Yeah, I looked at, usually when I look at your IG and I see all your food photos,
Yeah.
it does what
You didn't
food
see-
porn is supposed to do.
Hold on,
It gets
you
my
didn't-
tummy grumbling and salivating.
Wait, hang on. You didn't see the 1 kilogram bone-in ribeye
Okay.
It just-
from the number 2 beef producer in the UK? You didn't see that?
There was-
Cooked to perfection, medium rare? You didn't see that image?
There was-
On my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio?
All right.
saw
There
it.
was one very unappetizing photo of you holding up
Yeah,
a
I saw that.
fishbone scale like a cat in a cartoon.
Yeah,
It
that's
was-
exactly what I thought.
It was an amazing Dover sole for more than half the price of what you pay for Dover sole in America. Hold on, I'll get into all this
It
coming
looked
up.
like what Tom and Jerry pull out of a garbage can.
It did,
I was like,
exactly.
what's this? What is he eating? What?
Yeah, it did look a little cartoon-like.
It did.
So if you want to see me hold up a whole bunch of fish bones, all stuck together.
That you just nod on.
Well, because Dover sole, you debone it yourself.
Yeah.
Well, fancy restaurants, they debone it for you. All right, just getting rolling. It is a busy show. It's spring break for many. We're here live this week because I went last week. But can you give me the spring break rundown when we get back? Yes. Like who's on spring break, who's
Yes.
not? All right. Just getting rolling. We're back in minutes. Going to be a jammed up show today, folks. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Traffic Now, and we're back in minutes. That's one of the few songs I let run all the way to the end so I can capture the great brass from UB40 with the Elvis remake deal. Yeah.
You're a big fan of the brass.
Yeah. Roxanne, you're primping over there. What are you primping for?
I'm just first day back, primping away.
You're just
It's my
primping over.
primping corner.
All right, now, you sent us all a picture of what you claim is a bruised foot, and you hurt yourself. I don't know what's going on with your family. You thought your daughter broke her arm at dance class. I still want to know what the hell's going on at your daughter's dance class that she possibly broke her arm, and then it was determined it was just a bad sprain or whatever the hell it was. But what are they doing? Is it like ballroom blitz? What are they doing? It's a ballroom blitz.
It's a combo with some acrobatics, but no, that whole thing was suspect. I say suspect based on my daughter's behavior. I mean, I think it was not as bad.
Did you ever
as
find out what she was doing? Was she just rambunctious and just throwing herself all over dance class?
She's constantly doing cartwheels. She's cartwheeling, from point A to point B everywhere we go. So she's putting a lot of pressure on that arm.
Sounds like you need to Benadryl this kid up a little bit.
Just a little.
Just before you go to school, Benadryl. Before you go to dance class, Benadryl. For dinner, Benadryl.
Just subdue her just a little bit.
Just take her down a little bit. And then you send us an image. Can you hold it up to the camera?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Andrew, can you grab Fester's camera? Is that a good image? So this is Roxanne's foot. Now, this is going to be part one of our talk on Roxanne's feet today. So this is only
part one.
This is part one.
Huh?
Yeah, we have several foot segments for Roxanne.
Andrew, did that print well? Did it come out on TV? Okay, MJTV, we just showed an image of Roxanne's foot, and Roxanne sends this to us last week while we're on vacation. Guys, hey, I think I broke my foot. I injured myself, and you said it's not dirt.
No, because
it's bruising. Let me tell you right now, when I saw that image,
you thought I just.
It looked like you had 7-Eleven feet.
I was going to say that.
It looked like you were just, one of those white trashy chicks just walking around everywhere barefoot.
Maybe I bought some circus peanuts. Maybe I bought some cigarettes.
Walk out of your car barefoot into the parking lot at 7-Eleven or Circle K or wherever, and you're just walking in. You've seen them, folks. The folks that are just barefoot in 7-Eleven or other convenience stores. That's called 7-Eleven feet. And it's an Appalachia kind of thing, or it's kind of a Southern white trashy thing. And I'm telling you right now, when I saw the image of what you purport to be a bruised foot, it looks like 7-Eleven feet to me.
That's why I told you guys that. I said, this is not dirt. This is bruising. Because Fester knows this, I have high arches in my feet. So it's not like where the bruised blackish
great. So now
part
another
is.
thing for the foot fetish folks out there.
She has high arches.
And the folks that stalk your images, yeah.
It wouldn't have been black because that part doesn't even hit the ground. You know what I mean?
The whole bottom of her foot was bruised and banged up.
So how did you hurt your foot? Would your daughter do that? Did she trample you? Did she stomp on you?
No,
Would she drop a metal dumbbell on you or something?
Yeah, she tripped me. No, she wasn't even in the room. I was on my kitchen counter cleaning, the high cabinets behind your refrigerator?
I've never been in your kitchen, so I don't know what your cabinets look like.
Doesn't everybody have a refrigerator and then you have a cabinet above it?
Oh, the high cabinets that are like recessed back?
Yes.
The dumbest cabinets in the world?
They're the stupidest cabinets.
Stupid cabinet. That's right. Stupid. You know what? That's a good name for a cabinet company. Stupid Cabinets Incorporated. What do you think? You want a really lousy kitchen? Do you want really non-functional cabinets? Do you want everything laid out wrong? Hey, call us here at Stupid Cabinet Company.
We're the stupidest.
We're the dumbest, stupidest cabinets people. No, but you're right.
We're not stupider. We're stupidest. Yes.
Right on top of the fridge, and those cabinets are always like recessed, like all the way back.
You know what you may as well put
What
in
do you
there?
put in there?
Phone books.
Phone books.
Right?
Talk about stupid stuff to keep.
Exactly. You have to put stupid stuff back there that you would never use, like a phone book.
So you were on top of what? Trying to clean your stupid cabinets?
The counter adjacent to the refrigerator, reaching. First, I put a chair in front of the refrigerator, right? And I was going to reach over. Then I realized, okay, my arms are not Inspector Gadget arms. I'm not going to be able to reach from this chair. So then I climb up onto the counter to the right, and then I'm reaching in and I'm cleaning the cabinet out. I'm pulling stuff down, and I pulled it down, set it on the counter next to me. Then instead of like sitting down to my butt and scooching down to the ground like a normal person,
Right.
or even weaving back to the diagonal angle from onto the chair that I was on, I decide to do like a leap to the island in the middle of the kitchen.
Whoa.
And
You're
then
doing acrobatics from countertop to countertop?
this is where my kids get it from.
By the way, Dave Legaretta now working over here at Q105 after he was,
Unceremoniously.
yeah. All right, so what were you saying?
So I went to leap with my left foot to the island in the middle of the kitchen, and then I was going to leap back to my chair, right? And my toes must have been sweaty because they just like gripped the top of the counter, the island.
Yeah.
And I just went crashing down, and that's what you see on my foot. And I landed on my rib cage as well, and I knocked the wind out of myself. So it was not a.
Were you gasping like that
was like,
lady stomping grapes in Atlanta?
Yes.
That's why I'm thinking of two funny old videos with you. First of all, you should have ordered that ladder from QVC. Do you remember the guy that fell off the ladder at QVC? That's a classic video.
Oh, my gosh. The guy's demonstrating a ladder, how you can clean the top of your roof line.
Bring that up quickly. Bring that up for the listeners that haven't heard this audio. And you know what we ought to do? We ought to put, hey, Andrew, I've made two kind of, well, not really obscure, but I've made two references in regard, I say in regard, not in regards. All right, so in regard to Roxanne's injury, I've made two mentions. First of all, the Channel 5 Atlanta grape stomping, like morning show live shot video where the reporter falls off the platform while stomping grapes. That's hysterical. And then the QVC, that's not it. That's not it. The QVC ladder fall, it's that one right there. Man, this is just classic. I roll that. This is great.
Whoever has enough room.
Oh, that's
All
not.
right, so it starts. They go to a different scene.
Oh, they do. Okay. All right. So go fast forward in. Yeah, fast forward in.
Here we go.
And Kevin, what's your name?
Oh yeah.
Lisa, it's Renee from California.
This is
Hey, Renee. Chris is over there kind of giving us a look at how to use the ladder there.
so Chris is in studio. He's setting up this ladder, and he's going to climb the ladder, and he's going to start cleaning the window here. Watch this.
This ladder. I
Watch
live
this.
in an apartment with vaulted ceilings. Uh-oh.
Okay, we're going to make sure that Chris is okay.
We're gonna make sure that Chris is okay. Chris, what
falls off the ladder.
He's got an extension ladder, and he's got it up a wall of the set at QVC, and the guy falls off the top of the ladder and just lands right on his rib cage. Right. So that's video reference number one. And then the second reference is that Atlanta audio, which, do you have that queued up in there? Oh, you got to hear this. All right. This is the lady. She's stomping grapes. Like Good Day Tampa Bay on Fox, or like the local morning shows before they go to like the network shows. And this reporter is like at some kind of winery, I guess, outside of Atlanta, and stomping grapes. And it is hysterical because there's a platform about 4 feet in the air, and they're stomping grapes in a bin. And she falls over and starts like barking like a seal. Here, listen to this.
These buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes?
These are filled with Chamberson grapes, and the winner this Saturday who's stopped music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings,
Here we go.
vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop. Oh, 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 I can't. Ow, 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 oh, stop, oh, stop, oh, 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 I can't breathe. Stop.
No.
Boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I
there.
think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, brilliant deduction there, you geniuses. Well, how long did it take them to go back to the set from the live shot? You were, and the reporter was just clear. Wind knocked out of her.
Yeah.
And, man, that's just a funny video as well. I'm sorry.
During those segments, the director or the producer, is it the director, MJ, that says, take camera 2, take camera 3, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the director, that's kind of like on autopilot. So that's when they go back and maybe get their cup of coffee or, or step away from the control board for a second. They don't think their reporter's going to fall and sound like an injured porpoise.
I don't think they ever step away from the switcher is
No,
what
they
they
don't.
call it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think they ever stepped away from that during a live
Then
shot.
what took them so long?
It took them a while to go back to the studio while the reporter's writhing in pain, falling off this elevated platform at a winery or whatever the hell that was. Man, that's some funny stuff. Hey, and then the QV said, we'll put both videos up. So these are old videos. Both are funny, and we'll put both of them up on mjmorningshow.com. Videos mentioned. So look at the top of the page for videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and we'll put both of those links up if you want to laugh at other people's misery. Simple as that. So coming full circle now, back to Roxanne. So your foot is not broken?
No, it's not broken. I went to I went to a podiatrist, got it x-rayed, got an ultrasound.
It's not a real doctor, a podiatrist.
What are you talking
They're
about?
fake doctors. Not a real doctor.
I love my podiatrist.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding
Dr.
around.
Lowry, he's amazing.
I'm joking.
I made a joke that I missed seeing him because it'd been a while, so I fell off the counter on purpose to go see him. But anyways, if you go to our MJ Morning Show page, Fester just put up the foot photo, which I want to strangle you right now for, because I specifically said in my text message to you guys, if this ends up on WikiFeet, there will be hell to pay.
We're not going to put it on WikiFeet.
I know, but
it's important to share. We're spending a lot of time talking about it. I want people
Fester
to
has
see.
posted the picture of Roxanne's feet. That does not look like a bruise. That looks like dirty Appalachia 7-Eleven feet.
Fester, back me up. See where the arch goes?
This whole arch part here, MJ, that's bruised,
is elevated.
never touches the ground.
It never touches.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, hey, we're just getting rolling. Academy Awards last night. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it today, but tell you what, that Everything Everywhere All at Once, which won a ton of things.
Did you see that?
We did, because...
Is it that good?
Yeah, it was really good. It blew me away. I was not expecting the movie to be that good, because Michelle and I watched a whole bunch of movies because I'm a SAG-AFTRA member, so I voted in the SAG-AFTRA Awards, and I thought it was fantastic. Actually, we did very well as far as, for Best Ensemble or essentially Best Picture for SAG-AFTRA, I voted for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I also voted for, what's her name? Michelle, is it Yao?
Mm-hmm.
I voted for her for Best Actress, and I voted for Brendan Fraser for The Whale.
What do you win for having those votes?
Nothing. I voted. I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA, so I voted. But I'll tell you what, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which we'll discuss it a little more later on, it's a crazy, present day science fiction, parallel universe, save the world, IRS audit, Chinese laundry movie.
You hit all my buttons. Okay.
All right. It's just crazy. It's insane. It's nuts. And it won 7 Oscars last night. So I would recommend the movie. I thought it was fantastic. We got early morons in the news. You know what? We have to open up a couple of packages first. With MJ Morning Show mystery merch, we've got a whole backlog since we were on vacation last week. Did you figure out who's on spring break this week and who's not?
We all are. Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Sarasota, Polk start today and Friday.
So almost everyone's on spring break.
The ones I just named, yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I really don't care about, Volusia County right here on the show.
I mean, no offense, Volusia, but we don't really care about you.
So we'll get to some early morons in the news. We'll open up a couple of packages first. So MJ Morning Show mystery merch. We'll open up a couple of mystery packages sent in by you, the listener. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I got it. Normally, I would jump. Get it? Jump around. Normally, I would jump right into early morons in the news here, but we have such a ridiculous backlog. We got a jam up of all these MJ Morning Show mystery merch packages. So we're going to open up a few packages right now because while we were on vacation last week on spring break, a boatload of mystery merch packages rolled in. So now it's time for MJ Morning Show mystery merch. Mystery merch. All right, so here's the deal.
Well, don't say it like that.
What?
You're making mystery merch. It sounds really creepy all of a sudden.
Who did I sound like? Did I sound like a movie character or something?
Mystery merch.
So here's the deal. What happened? Why did we launch mystery merch again? Because we've had people. Oh, the batteries. That's right.
Did you say greed?
Yes.
Roxanne said greed.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Roxanne's like, greed,
Listen,
which isn't wrong, but we don't point it out.
We've essentially done mystery merch for 20 years.
We've always gotten cool stuff from our listeners.
Exactly. And we would unbox live on the air. And there were times years ago we'd say, hey, you want to send us crap? Send us crap. But we've always unboxed cool things on the air. So we decided to launch mystery merch essentially again. You just send us a package. It could be from Amazon, some other e-commerce deal online, whatever. Send us cool stuff. Send us useful stuff, useless stuff, cheap crap, extremely valuable crap. I'm waiting for an IWC watch to show up for me from somebody that they bought like online from one of the reputable watch places online.
That might be in one of those packages behind you. So while we were gone, MJ, we took 5 work days or 6 work days off. We have gotten a ton of packages.
Oh, I'm telling you.
And,
so I'm bringing them over to MJ TV right now. This is just as much as I can hold right here. I dropped this one on the floor. So let's open up just a few packages right now with MJ Morning Show mystery merch. And this looks like it's an Amazon. This is Amazon. And let me see if there's a little gift card in here. Oh, there's no note.
No note?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
This
That's a mystery.
What the heck is this? Realistic. Oh, my God. I can't. It's a sex toy.
We knew that was going to happen. It was only a matter of time.
It's a real. It's
no note. No. Who's it for?
Is there any part of it you can read?
It's realistic blank with blank.
Well, that could be anything.
Oh.
G-spot is on the label.
Oh, boy.
Made in China.
Oh.
I'm holding up.
It's obviously for Froggy.
It's clear. Oh, and Froggy's not here today.
Right.
I didn't mention that yet. Where the hell's Froggy? Why we're all back from spring break, and where the hell's Froggy?
Froggy is at a shelving convention.
He just had a shelving convention in New Orleans. He was gone for like a week.
He's at one in Orlando. Today's the last day. It wraps up. He'll be back tomorrow.
The big shelving show in Orlando?
It's the Southeast Extravaganza.
Yeah, baby.
In Orlando.
All right, so it's the Ultimi, 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 some kind of a sex toy here, which, and nobody put a note in there.
I mean,
so it's up for grabs. It's not addressed to any one of us.
So should we unbox it? Because I already took it out of the package. Should I?
That's your call. That's your call.
No,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Whoever sent the sex toy, thank you so much. All right, here's the next package. This is also an Amazon package. All right. There we go. And this, so there's a smaller box inside. All right, there are notes in this one.
Okay.
And let me see if this has a message. Send a thank you note. No need to guess who gets this. Oh, Juan Sanchez again.
Okay, Juan.
So Juan's sending us a lot of crap.
I think Juan's like, on a fixed income where he gets like a check at the first of every month and he's just spending the whole thing on the morning show. Thank you,
He's
Juan.
on a fixed income? Hang on. So there's another box in here. Let me see. Oh, it's a mug. Oh, it says Andrew, the man, the myth, the legend.
Aww,
it's like a tin cup.
Juan's gotten one for each of us. He's gotten us.
Juan has gotten one for each of us.
So that's for Andrew.
Andrew, come get your cup, buddy. Thank you, Juan.
Here's another one. Oh, this looks like, is this from out of the country?
What does this say? What is this? Is there something on the side? Cheryl's?
Yeah, Cheryl's. Oh, Cheryl's cookies.
Ooh.
All right.
I've never heard of that.
This might be from out of the country. It looks like it might be a foreign postage or something. All right, so opening up. Here we go. Opening up. Oh, you've been pinched. Oh, they're St. Patty's Day cookies.
You know what? I just typed in Cheryl's Cookies
Are they
official
from? Are they
site.
from Ireland? Were they shipped from Ireland? Oh no, they were shipped from Westerville, Ohio.
All right, but they have a very large St. Patrick's Day cookie assortment box.
Oh, this is so nice. But
Isn't that awesome?
I don't know who it came from, but it's a St. Patty's Day cookie selection.
I will eat all of them.
Very fitting because St. Patty's Day is on Friday.
That's right.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day. And you know what? St. Patty's Day on a Friday is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can celebrate.
Well, it
sleep in.
sucks when St. Patty's Day is like on a Monday night or a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make for a good St. Patty's Day pub crawl, you know?
Right. We've got St. Patty's Day on Friday and then Cinco de Mayo on Friday, too, this year.
Yes. The
Oh, look
Irish-
at that. 2 big bar holidays on more conducive nights. How about that? They ought to just make sure that it's on the nearest Friday or Saturday night all the time is what they ought to do.
I mean, does it really matter?
So whoever sent the cookies, thank you very much. I'm going to open up one more, and then we're going to do some early morons in the news. All right, so this is another Amazon Prime to the MJ Morning Show mystery merch. All right, opening up this one now, and this is, there's a note in this one, I believe. Here we go. This could be useful for Fester. I used the last of my cash back on my Prime card to buy this.
Oh.
So this better be worth it. From Daniel PayPal, listener who introduced you to Sardo's Pizza.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sure. What
Hold
is
on.
it?
This is the guy that introduced me to Sardo's Pizza on Ulmerton in Largo, right across from the sheriff's office in Pinellas. And Sardo's Pizza, great New York slice. And, you know, Sardo's now been in here twice.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, and he calls us all chooches. We're a bunch of chooches in here. All right, so great slice. So what did he send you? It's
What is it?
it's emergency underpants.
I'll take him. I'll take him.
It's a little tiny container, like the size of like a Tic Tac container, and apparently all wadded up inside this little box are emergency panties.
It's a utility gift.
Emergency underwear. One pair fits most of the
Most
one
adults.
pair fits most adults.
I mean, listen.
Oh, yikes.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's not going to be good because Fester's not most adults.
I'm not.
Oh, boy.
But thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. 3 openings of MJ Morning Show mystery
Here,
merch.
give me my underwear in a can.
Here you go.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll put it in my bug out bag.
So if you have an incident, you have some emergency. But you know what's going to suck is if you need emergency underwear and then you open that thing up and they don't fit you.
I have to rely on these.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. All right, you know what? I'm going to break early here so I can have a long chunk of early morons in the news. So sorry for deferring early morons in the news. We'll get to that next because we have such a backlog of MJ Morning Show mystery merch. And yeah, we're not on spring break this week. We are 100% live. I think we've got to mix and match, though, this week because I'm here the whole week.
Yes.
Fester, you're out.
The last 2 days, Thursday, Friday.
You're out Thursday and Friday.
Tomorrow and Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have full crew. Roxanne's here all week as
Well,
well.
so Froggy's back tomorrow
Yeah.
for the rest of the week?
Yeah, so Froggy's here. He's just missing today.
Okay, all
So
right.
Froggy will be here for 4 days. Roxanne.
And what's
she's-
your deal, Roxanne?
I'm here.
She's completely
Yeah.
You're here
ignoring.
the whole week?
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm taking
Look at
the
that.
kids out of town for the last couple days of spring
Where are you
break.
taking them? You going to freeload somewhere at some Orlando hotel to use their pool?
Okay, so
Hey, kids, we're going to Splash Fest.
Okay.
And Fester takes them to some hotel pool that he just walks in on.
So we're staying at a hotel with no pool, but it's right next to a hotel with a
Of
really
course
nice
it is.
pool.
Yeah.
So
Where are you going?
and a free breakfast.
Just
Where-
because you have to hop the gate to get into
Where
that one
are
is
you-
no big
No.
deal.
So-
where are you? Oh, yeah, really.
My son-
geographically, where are you going?
We're going to Cape Canaveral. We're going to Kennedy Space Center. My son saw top things to do in Florida, and none of them impressed him except the rockets at Kennedy Space Center. So on Thursday, we're going to be at the Kennedy Space Center.
Is there any launch, any SpaceX launch or anything going on?
There's one the next day, but I've never been to Kennedy Space Center, and from everything I've seen, MJ, it's like its own amusement park. It's not like a bunch of old stodgy astronauts saying, "Look at that there." It's like
I don't think they have roller coasters and Ferris wheels and rides at Cape Canaveral.
right, but it's very interactive for youngsters.
All right, they have a museum, I guess.
They have all kinds of
All right.
crap.
All right, they got old rockets all standing up.
That's a bunch of them.
Yeah. All right, 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show as we just get rolling on this Monday, back from spring break last week. So we are live this week. I'll whip out the early morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Exactly 7 o'clock. Welcome. We're back from spring break, by the way, and we're all live today, except Froggy is out. He'll be back tomorrow. Then it's me and Roxanne. We're here the entire week, and then Fester's out the last 2 days this week, right?
Correct.
All right. 7 o'clock, MJ Morning Show. We're getting close to the unbelievably, ridiculously long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Coming up at about 7:23, we start 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So, listen. And when I say listen, I mean really listen. If you miss large portions of the show, you got to figure out how to listen to us when you get to your destination. So if you're listening to us in the car on the way to work, continue to listen to us at work. Figure it out, because if you don't have a regular radio to tune to 104.7 FM at work, you use your computer. You just go to mjmorningshow.com and click on Listen Live. On your phone, you can listen to us on the iHeart app, on the Odyssey app, or the TuneIn app. You search for Q105 Tampa Bay, and you can listen to us live wherever you go. Don't miss huge portions of this program. All right, early morons in the news, which we put off because we did some mystery merch last segment. Nothing like a good local stripper morons in the news story, huh?
Nothing like it.
Yeah. Now, how hard is it if you get hit in the head with a wad of cash?
I get how hard.
What?
No, I don't think he was going there just
Hold on.
yet.
Hold. What did you just blurt out?
You said how hard. It was like the stripper story, how hard. I'm sorry.
I mean, usually the punchline comes at the end of the sentence.
Are you okay, Roxanne?
I mean, I know what she was going for, but it's a little early for that, Rox.
That's where I thought he was going.
Are you injecting sexual innuendo here?
You don't have to inject it here. It'll come naturally.
Now he's injecting stuff.
Here's the deal. And nothing like a good local story here. Nothing like a Clearwater strip club story. Yeah, this is making the national news here, because a Florida stripper right here in the Tampa Bay area is facing a domestic battery charge after allegedly striking her boyfriend in the head with a large amount of rolled up money.
Ouch.
So if you roll up money, you've seen that. Like, is that kind of a gangster thing? If you roll up money, I know you see like the Goodfellas guys, and you see like Tony Soprano. They whip out the wad of cash and they'll peel off the $100 bills. But also, I think I've seen like the rolls of cash where they roll it up like little small rolls of toilet paper. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at some images online.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Or the other thing, Fester. Let's see how good your memory is.
Yes.
Fester, what is the other indicator? And I've read about this, like when a federal agent goes undercover and tries to infiltrate the mob. And this is pretty much things that have happened in the past, because I don't think the mafia is not this, like the 5 crime families in New York.
No, it's not what it was.
Not quite what it was.
I mean, they have reality shows now about their
Yeah.
families.
Exactly.
Waters it down.
Yeah. So, but what was one of the indicators? And I remember reading something years ago that if you were really trying to come across as like you were a wise guy, you were a mobster or something, that this was also one of the little intricacies of something that could tell like real wise guys that you were a mobster.
Versus frauds.
What?
Versus frauds. Like
Yeah. So I remember reading.
Oh, man.
And it might have been like Donnie Brasco or something. When it comes to money, what was one of the old school tricks that mobsters used to do when it came to money and carrying money?
I have a guess, but I think it's wrong.
What is your guess?
Is it the big rubber band on broccoli?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
Huh?
Yeah.
That is 100% right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. An old school mobster thing to do, like up in New York, New Jersey, is when you had your whole wad of $100 bills, you kept your money together with the big wide rubber band that they use on broccoli.
No money clip would hold that much cash.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
you know the thick band, not like a hair band that you would tie your daughter's hair with.
When's the last time you bought broccoli?
No, I know exactly what you're talking
When
about.
you buy broccoli, you get
Stalks.
that. You buy stalks of broccoli, and usually there's like 2 or 3 stalks that are generally put together, and they put it together with that thick rubber band, and That is something that mobsters used to use, especially up in New York and New Jersey.
There's nothing better for holding a big wad of cash together.
The old broccoli rubber, and I got a collection of it at the house. I put them in a drawer. We buy a lot of broccoli because we roast a lot of broccoli at our place. Michelle and I both love broccoli.
And when Tampa mafiosos come over, you give them a little present.
Exactly. So let me get back to the stripper story. A roll of money.
Okay.
And a domestic battery charge. So what the hell happened? Our friends of the Smoking Gun dug this thing up from obviously Pinellas County records here. So the victim was hit in the head inside a nightclub in Clearwater. According to investigators, Tierra Miller. Is that her real name? Well, I guess if it's in the police report, that's going to be
the real name.
But that could be your stage name, Tierra.
Just maybe change the spelling a little bit.
Tierra Miller, 29. And the 34-year-old victim both work at Baby Doll Strip Club.
Oh.
I've never been to... Roxanne, you ever been to Baby Doll Strip Club?
No, never made it to that one.
All right. So which ones have you been to in the Tampa Bay area?
The Dollhouse.
So you have
Okay,
been...
everybody raise your hand. I'm not going to do this alone. I'm not going to be on Roxanne Stripper Island by myself. Raise your hand.
I have never been to the Dollhouse. I've passed by it. That's right next door to Rip-Off Shell Station on the corner of Cypress and West Shore.
It's right next to the expensive gas.
It is.
The Dollhouse, Mons Venus.
Been to Mons Venus.
Okay. Fester.
Let's see.
I've been to Mons Venus.
Yeah.
I've only been to Mons Venus once, and I've been there twice. I was taken to Mons Venus for my bachelor party back in the summer of '94 when I was at the Power Pig, old 93.3 when it was the Power Pig. So I was at Mons Venus. They took me there for my bachelor party, and then Michelle and we went to Mons Venus with the whole 6-foot lap dance rule. Michelle wanted, because she was in law school, and Michelle wanted to see what the big deal was about the lap dances. And remember, Bob Buckhorn pushed the whole 6-foot dance rule about lap dances. And we went with friends. I think we went with a friend of Michelle from law school to see what was going on. So I've been there. And next?
Was there a place called Solid Gold? Does that sound familiar?
Sounds like a strip club. But
there is the Gold Club.
Maybe it was the Gold...
This one was like on Adamo.
No, this wasn't on Adamo. This was like at near. It wasn't Rocky Point. Maybe somewhere near like
the Tanga Lounge.
The old Tanga Lounge.
The Tanga Lounge was heading toward Rocky Point. That was next to the old Tex-Mex Cantina.
Okay.
Which was, I love that place. And then they had to widen the freaking road, and the Tanga Lounge and the Tex-Mex Cantina just evaporated.
Now that's all just within the Tampa Bay area. If we want to extend it to Miami, Atlanta,
have you been to the Spearmint
Vegas.
Rhino in Vegas?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who are you going to all these strip clubs with?
I mean, I was a 20-year-old at once. I mean, that's what you do. You go out to bars, you have a good time, and then, hey, everybody goes, oh, let's go to a strip club after and have some drinks there. Yeah.
The girls or the guys are saying, let's go to the strip clubs?
Probably the guys.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So let me finish with the story. So investigators say that Tierra Miller, 29, and the 34-year-old victim both work at Baby Dolls in Clearwater. They dated for 6 months, but then they broke up about a week before Tierra allegedly battered her ex. As charged in the criminal complaint, Miller and the victim, a security guard, so he's like a bouncer. Was he like a door guy bouncer? Were working together at Baby Dolls earlier last week. When the man attempted to walk across the stage to speak to another coworker, Miller allegedly responded by taking a wad of money and throwing it at the victim's head, hitting him in the back of the head. Why would you throw your tips?
I mean, what are you going to throw your shoe? That's a deadly weapon.
But why would you throw a wad of money?
I don't know.
Court records do not specify the size of the wad.
Probably all singles.
Of cash. Or the denominations. But I'm thinking, that's what I'm saying. It's probably all singles, right?
You'd think.
It's probably all dollar bills, all wrapped up tightly in this roll.
What's her name?
Tierra Miller.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was on their Google review
Yeah.
for Baby Dolls Lounge.
Oh, they've got a 4.4.
It's really a high rating for this kind of place, I would think.
I would say,
And
yeah.
the last review is by Kiera Martin.
Oh, and
so,
wait a minute, she's a dancer.
Yeah.
2 months ago on Google reviews for Baby Dolls Lounge and Sports Room, Kiera Martin wrote, "I love dancing here at Baby Dolls." Oh, she's an entertainer. New management has turned the place. I love working for Cody. He keeps us safe and has our backs if customers get out of line. Security has kept the place running smoothly. I feel safe working here. Bartenders are awesome. They make the best drinks.
What a positive workplace environment endorsement.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Except when one of the security guards gets hit in the back of the head with a wad of cash from one of the other dancers, Tierra Miller. So in addition to a misdemeanor domestic battery count, and I guess they hit her with domestic battery because they were a couple. So even when you break up, you can still be hit with domestic battery? Interesting. So she was also charged with allegedly damaging the guy's cell phone as well. So it wasn't enough to throw a giant wad of money at the back of his head? All your hard-earned dollar bills that are thrown on the stage?
You know, you keep saying dollar bills, and it's been so long since I've been to a strip club. I'm wondering, have inflationary times hit the strip clubs
So
as well?
fives? Whole bunch of fives and tens?
Right. It almost seems inappropriate to tip a one,
Yeah,
right?
I got bad news for you. I'll drop change.
Yeah, Miller was released without bond from the Pinellas County Jail, ordered to have no contact with her ex. By the way, Tierra Miller has previously been convicted of reckless driving, marijuana possession, and driving without a license. So there you have it. Good old Tierra Miller.
Dude, I would let anybody throw a wad of cash at me. I'm not going to complain at all. Thank you. Pick that up and keep walking.
So, Roxanne, you got to maybe hit Baby Dolls soon.
Yeah, and I appreciate the texters who are doing their strip club confessions. We're getting some good lists here. Everybody's like, well, I've been to 2001 Odyssey, Deja Vu, Penthouse.
I've been to 2001.
Oh, see?
Because I've only been to 2001 once, and that again was during my bachelor party back in 1994. They took me to Mons Venus first. There was a whole bunch of the crew at the BJ and Hurricane, and it was a whole crew, Jason the Buffoon Boy, and a whole bunch of folks from the Power Pig took me to Mons Venus first.
How cliche.
And then we crossed the street and we went to 2001, and it was June of 1994, my bachelor party before we got married.
And you don't remember any of it. You were roofied.
I was not. No, I wasn't. I didn't drink that. I remember everything. I remember it like it was yesterday. I wasn't roofied. I wasn't drunk.
No, you were describing it. It just sounded like the movie Hangover.
Maybe, but he wasn't roofied.
When we get back, we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ when we get back. So we got to get an update on a couple of things. Fester, your vehicle situation.
Yes.
Your beloved 2004 Lincoln Town car is still,
It's
sucking bad? Is it completely disabled?
No, it's completely operational, just not over 40 miles an hour.
Hey, how about a $5,000 tip left by a famous singer for a guy at a restaurant? This is a nice story, and you'll recognize who it is. Hey, Buffalo Wild Wings is getting sued. I got a couple of things from the Oscars last night, and I got a couple of things that are going to interest you, Fester and Roxanne. Have you heard of surge pricing when it comes to like bowling?
No.
Yeah, you know what? We are on the crux here, folks. Crux or the precipice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the precipice of getting Uber and Lyft style surge pricing for everything. Whereas prices go up and down depending on demand. I don't like this. I do not like where we're headed because you're not going to believe what a guy was quoted for 2 hours and 2 lanes at a bowling alley. You're not going to believe what... I'm going to play the high-low game with you. We're going to play the mountain climbing game. All right, hang on. We'll get into all this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, so stand by. 105 MJ and the crew 724, and this begins right now. The long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. We go an hour and 20 minutes nonstop right now. All content. No interruption. What are you smiling about over there, Roxanne? You got a kind of a bleep eating grin over there.
Yeah, I was actually just smiling because I want to tell you something that's going to make you mad.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to share a national day with you.
Oh, jeez.
It's National Napping Day.
What?
National
Mapping Day?
Yeah.
All right, so MJ.
Hold on. What am I going to map?
No,
Nap.
napping.
Nap, snooze.
I thought you wanted me to map the ocean floor or something. I am a scuba diver.
Today is the tough day for people returning to work because they lost the hour.
You know what? We, I think, kind of lucked out on that.
I was thinking about that because you traveled back.
I did, from Europe. So we came back from the UK, and we were 5 hours up. I said that to Michelle because we realized that on Saturday night going into Sunday morning that the clocks here in the United States spring forward. So we lost an hour's sleep, but we were already 5 hours up. So I think that usually I hate this time of year. I love getting the hour back in the fall.
Yeah.
Back in, first week of November now, whatever. I love getting the hour, but then when you have to give the hour back, especially when you work a morning show schedule, and my schedule is nuts during the week, it sucks. I hate it. But I think us coming back from Scotland yesterday, I think that I might have negated the time change here because I've got...
You helped yourself.
I've got a bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
And by the way, I had a lot of fried fish over there. I had a lot because, man, I tell you what, I love me some good fish and chips with some salt and some malt vinegar on there. Oh, baby. I had some stuff that was like right off the boat. We went to a place called Anstruther, because Chloe goes to school at St. Andrews, north of Edinburgh, and there's a place called Anstruther, and there are a couple of chippy places. That's what they call them. They call them the chippy spot, fish and chips place. And there are a couple of places right in Anstruther that I tried both because there's like a rivalry between the Anstruther Fish Bar and the Wee Chippy. So I actually tried. They were both fantastic. Good. But also in St. Andrews, there's a place called Tail End. And also just the fish. If you go to a really high-end, a good fish and chips place, I mean, the fish is unbelievable. It's like fresh fish, fresh haddock, battered to perfection. Hey, if you want to see some of the food, I have pictures on my Instagram. So if you did not follow some of our images, we visited. Did you see the castle we visited? Did you see that? It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple of really fantastic pictures.
The Dunatar, they say it a different way, but Dunatar Castle, a little south of Aberdeen on the east coast of Scotland. It was amazing. So I've got a whole bunch of images. Michelle and I are sitting at dinner in Edinburgh. Chloe took a picture of Michelle and me, and it's got like 1,100 likes already. It's like, what the? I mean, it's amazing. Pictures of Michelle and me, for whatever reason, people go crazy liking the image.
Let's do the operative situation there.
What?
Michelle, pictures of you and Michelle.
Yes.
You post yourself on IG, so then when you put Michelle in, you get the like. So what does that tell you? It's pictures of Michelle.
Oh,
if you posted them of her without you, you'd probably do better.
No, but like me holding up the Dover sole fish bone. I had another great piece of fish. I had a Dover sole, which, you get Dover sole in the States. It's expensive.
At first when I saw this photo, I thought it was a feather.
A feather?
I mean, it does look
I just glanced at it and I was like, why is he holding a feather?
Eat a whole bird?
Go to my, folks, when you get a chance, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, Certified MJ Radio, and give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. That's my personal Instagram. And one of the images is me holding up this Dover sole fishbone, which, man, it was amazing. And the Dover sole was like more than half the price of what you pay here in the U.S. I paid 22 pounds, I think. 22 pounds for Dover sole at a restaurant could be $50-$60. Seriously. But I guess I was much closer to Dover, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at Long John Silver's menu right now. They don't offer that.
They don't have a Dover.
They don't offer that.
Oh, and this is amazing.
There's a Long John Silver in Scotland?
No. We also, it's on my Instagram. While we were in St. Andrews, they're filming The Crown.
Oh, really?
They're filming the next season of The Crown, and they're doing shooting at St. Andrews where Chloe goes to school. And we're on the side of the road as they're filming a scene, and it was the young Prince Charles guy driving a car being escorted by 2 police motorcycles. And they had a huge camera drone up in the air, and I got it all. It's the video, literally, it's on my Instagram. If you want to see The Crown being shot, look for the image of it's Chloe in a white jacket, and then Michelle. So it's going to be the video with Chloe and Michelle, and that's the side of the road in St. Andrews. I think it's called the Scores or whatever that road is, and it's right along the water where there's a haunted old church or something.
Okay.
And so the video's up while they're shooting a scene for The Crown, and I got it on video. And you can see all the equipment and everything. So hit my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and there's just a bunch of cool things, a bunch of cool images. Did you see Chloe hack me? Did you see the Chloe?
I missed that.
You didn't see the Chloe. You didn't see this.
The picture of Charlie Chaplin
Oh,
sleeping
I
naked.
saw that.
You didn't
I
see
saw
this.
that.
I'm
Yes, I did.
sleeping, and Chloe took a picture of me.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a Chloe hack. I thought that was just your new look.
No, read the description. Chloe wrote, "Hey, it's Hacker Chloe." Oh, it's Hacker Chlo. I know you all missed me dearly. It's 1 a.m. here in Edinburgh, and look who fell asleep, allowing me the perfect opportunity to strike. So she took a picture of me, then put some kind of silly Snapchat filter on where I've got a Charlie Chaplin hat and a mustache that's either of Hitler or Charlie Chaplin.
Let's go with Charlie.
Yeah, let's go with Charlie
Good,
Chaplin.
I'm just saying.
And I'm lying in bed asleep, and apparently my chest was showing. And
It's always showing. Aren't you always just shirt off around the house, guy?
She apparently pulled the sheet up. While I was sleeping. She said she didn't want to see my chest hair.
Yeah,
So if you want to see me sleeping at 1 o'clock in the morning and Chloe hacks my phone and posts it on my Instagram with a filter with me wearing a Charlie Chaplin mustache and silly derby hat, that's also on Certified MJ Radio. That's my Instagram. Got probably 2 dozen pictures from Scotland if you want to take a look. Certified MJ Radio. Give it a hit up. All right, so what were we, and give me a follow while you're there as well. What were we talking about?
Napping, daylight saving time.
Yep.
Now so you helped yourself, but other people were trying to get used to it, so they might need a nap today on this National Napping Day.
Today's the day people are going to be dragging. On Friday, right now it's 6:30 in the morning.
So that's how I got into Scotland,
Yes.
because we were just 5 hours up, and I think we might have I think we have bigger fish to fry. Oh, that's what I said.
Yes.
We have bigger fish to fry because I was 5 hours ahead. So who the heck cares about a 1 hour deal, you know?
Right. You've got to deal with that jet lag.
Yeah. All right. I mentioned a little while ago surge pricing. This is unfreaking believable. I might take phone calls on this. If you've experienced surge pricing in other areas other than Uber. Like we got hosed last night. Like Uber, like airport to my house should be $12-13. And I got hit with a $29 Uber.
Wow.
I mean, how close am I I'm only 5 minutes from the airport in South Tampa.
You could walk home in 20 minutes.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, and it happens a lot at the airport, the stupid surge pricing. So $29 for me to get a ride from the airport last night. Luckily, I had a new round of American Express Uber Cash. They give me $15 a month free on Uber, so it cost me $15 to get home. But the surge pricing we're used to is Uber and Lyft. Are you ready for surge pricing potentially taking over our lives and potentially being everywhere? Let me give you an example. I saw this. I became angry. I mean, I had a visceral, angry reaction to this. And I would tell them to take their bowling ball and their pins and shove it. I'm going to tell you a story here that's unbelievable. This is a Wall Street Journal story that I saw, I think, on Friday or Saturday. And it's about a guy named Alex Yenny, Yenni. And he wanted to take his wife and 5-year-old son bowling with family friends at a bowling alley in Petaluma, California. And the bowling alley is right near where they live. Mr. Yenny, a 42-year-old advertising executive, tried to book online in advance at the AMF Boulevard Lanes, where he wanted to reserve 2 lanes for 2 hours at 3 p.m. on the last Thursday of the year during winter break. So this would have been, I guess, December, last Thursday of the year. So,
All right, so a holiday week.
a couple of months back. Holiday week.
Everybody's off. A lot of people are off that week.
Whatever. So he wanted to book the lanes in advance. The price quoted on the website to book in advance by the national bowling operator Bolero knocked him over. Do you want to guess how much they wanted for 2 lanes, 3 p.m. on a Thursday? 2 lanes, 2 hours. How much money do you think they wanted to book these 2 lanes?
So wait, 3 p.m. on a Thursday. So is that a busy time? Is that a surge time?
I wouldn't think that 3 p.m. on a Thursday is a really busy bowling time.
Maybe the week between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know. What's a bowling lane? $20 an hour? I have no idea how much a bowling lane is.
So what is your guess? 2 lanes for 2 hours. 3 o'clock on a Thursday.
$150.
Incorrect. But you did not go over, so you didn't crash.
Oh, okay.
All right, Roxanne.
$350.
No. Nope. We keep going.
$400.
Nope.
You're playing to win today, buddy, aren't you?
Nobody crashed.
401. I mean,
401, Bob.
650.
Oh no.
550.
You just went over. Oh, you lug. We'll have more pricing games coming up next. And don't forget to get Fester spayed and neutered.
Please get me spayed and neutered. No, I mean, how much was it?
$418.
Oh.
That seems really ridiculously high.
Oh, duh. That's why I'm doing the damn story here.
How much does it cost to go bowling?
What the hell? $418 for him to take another family, 2 lanes for 2 hours, a Thursday at 3 p.m. Last Thursday of the last year in end of December.
A car payment.
That is $418.90 to be exact. He said, quote, "This strikes me as outrageous for a pedestrian family activity." Mr. Yenny emailed Bolero and received a response saying, "Due to the convenience of advanced booking, the pricing for a reservation is different than our walk-in rates." Wait a minute. So you get hosed?
By having the guaranteed spot?
Yeah.
By making the reservation?
Yeah. The headline in the Wall Street Journal was bowling for $418. Surge pricing creeps into restaurants, movies, gym class. I don't know how widespread this is, but other than Uber and Lyft, do we have any listeners that have experienced surge pricing in other areas? If you have anything to share, would love to hear from you right now. 800-990-1047. Or also, let us know how much is bowling. If you go to bowl,
how much is bowling?
I have not been bowling in a while.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
But I know it's not the $2 a game I played when I was in a bowling league in 5th grade.
No.
All right? I know it's not the $2 a game anymore. But let's go. Fire up my phones. If anyone has experienced some surge pricing, or if you have comments on 2 lanes, 2 hours on a Thursday at 3 p.m. for $418, would love to hear from you. Or if you've been hit with surge pricing anywhere else other than Lyft and Uber, would love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in.
Doug takes the girls to Pin Chasers. I'm asking him how much he spends there.
You don't go to Pin Chasers? Is that the one near the airport?
Yeah,
near the runway?
Near the airport.
Right on Hillsborough, right?
Yeah, they have a couple different locations.
Yeah,
I know.
Occasionally I'll go, but usually it's like, get these kids out of here.
Mr. Yanni's quoted price was more than double the price the chain's website calculated for 3 p.m. on a Thursday in February. So in February, the Wall Street Journal got a quote of $208.77. Again, 2 lanes for 2 hours, $208 for bowling? That also seems preposterous, and the other rate was more than double that. What's going on? Andrew's screening calls right now. The company's CFO said pricing based on day and time helps match pricing to demand, simultaneously maximizing guest happiness. What the hell are you, guest happiness? $418 to bowl?
Nobody's happy about that.
I don't want a round trip ticket from San Jose to JFK. I'm just looking to bowl. My God. Let's go to phones on it. This is nuts. But the story is that the surge pricing is creeping into other areas beyond just like Uber and Lyft on what we're used to.
To put that in perspective, that used to be what you could take the whole family to a theme park for the entire day within the last decade.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. You know that Disney's going to roll back prices. Remember Bob Iger's back at Disney? And apparently he's talking about rolling back some of the prices because they jacked up all the theme park prices recently with the old CEO who was ousted before. So Disney's, I think, going to lower prices. Let me go to phones. Ray. Oh, speaking of Disney, Ray's in Orlando. Hey, Ray, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Ray.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing fine.
Great. Well, yeah. I mean, just like, I don't know about them lowering the prices, but I can tell you, 2 weeks ago, I had family in town. We took them down to theme parks. We went to Hollywood Studios. It was $146 a ticket for out of Florida, out of state people.
Out of state, $146 per person?
Per person. Then we went this past Saturday. It's spring break, same park. It was $198 with tax a ticket. So it's $50 more a ticket because we're in spring break.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And then I did read that Bob Iger, back as Disney chair, that Bob Iger is talking about lowering prices because of the outrage when Disney raised prices recently. Andrew, what are you my producer's shaking his head.
He's not going to lower prices. They're trying to they are trying not to raise prices.
No, I read a story that he's looking at lowering prices from the recent price hike.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. What they're looking to make it to lower crowds, but there are two ways they can do that. One is by selling fewer tickets.
Right.
But then they'd have to raise prices to make up that revenue. Right. The other option is to offer more options, building more stuff out there.
All right, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. I think Andrew's a Disney freak bag, by the way.
You don't want to piss Andrew off with Disney.
All right, Andrew. So then, like this past weekend too, they got this Genie Plus crap too that they're doing.
What is that? Genie Plus? What is that?
So it's like Fast Pass, like the new Fast Pass that they, you can get your reservations for a ride, so you don't have to stand in line for certain attractions.
Oh, okay. So
they do a lightning lane too, so it's per attraction. But this Genie.
Well, how many different fast tracks do they have? They've 9 different names?
Let me tell you, it's crazy. So again, 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, it cost us, I think it was.
I want to go back in time and ride the ride even before I was there. How much does that cost?
Right.
Hey, Ray, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Dan is in St. Louis. Dan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Dan.
MJ, how you doing?
Doing well, buddy.
Good, man. Glad you had a great vacation. So my thing is Bolero. My fiance took our niece to go bowling on a random Friday night, not during any holiday, any kind of crazy time of the year, and still for an hour after everything was said and done was still $175 to $200.
What?
Yeah.
Do we have any Bolero lanes? Do we have any bowling alleys owned by Bolero in the Tampa Bay area? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know.
$175 for 1 hour on a Friday night?
$175 on a Friday night, and this is even when they were running a coupon deal where it was like, oh, hey, if you do X, we'll give you an extra $25 in some sort of credit.
Sounds like they raised the price with the coupon.
Yeah, my fiance goes to use said coupon with our niece, and they're like, oh, we're sorry, we can't accept that today. And she just, after it was done, she called me and she was like, thank God I love this child so much, but she's like, that was ridiculous. She's like, I'll never go to Bolero again.
Holy, when I saw the Wall Street Journal piece about $418 for 2 lanes for 2 hours, I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Right. That's crazy, but hey, hope you guys have a great day. Long-time listener. Miss you guys up here in St. Louis.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Look at the phones. The phones have just exploded here.
Is Bolero Bowlero?
Yes, Bolero. Bowlero.
Yeah.
All right, let me give out the number again. Lines. If you're calling in now, hang on a sec. Andrew's got a screen. He's been on one call for like 26 minutes. All right, 800-990-1047. If you want to get in on surge pricing in other areas other than Lyft and Uber, this apparently is going to be the new. This could be the norm. We could be heading toward. You go to a restaurant. And maybe one of the dishes, it's on surge pricing. If it's a high demand to get into a restaurant, surge pricing to get anywhere. Just are we headed toward a pricing model where Uber and Lyft surge pricing is going to be applied everywhere with everything we do?
It's been that way in sports for a while because you pay more to go to see the Yankees play the Rays. You know, they've done that with sports for some time now.
All right, 800-990-1047. I'll take a few more calls, then I got to move on because we got a lot of stuff. Plus, we're, first day back from vacation, so we're kind of backlogged. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. 800-990-1047. Let's grab.
Let me pull this up.
Dude, why did you close the phone screen?
There's a bunch of Bolero-related lanes in the Bay Area. That's
why. I don't know who's on line 6, so I
Charles is on 4.
Nah, I don't know who's on 6. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hello, this is Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. All right, you're on the MJ Morning Show, Patrick. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hold on, Andrew. Are we supposed to take Patrick? No? Okay,
right.
Don't take Patrick.
Take Charles on 4.
Let me grab Charles on 4. Charles, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Charles.
How you doing, MJ?
Doing well. What's the story, Charles?
The bowling alley in Spring Hill, Florida, was recently taken over by Bolero. They repainted it, named it, and it looks like something out of the Southwest.
Okay. And
I haven't been there yet.
Okay, so we don't know if they've jacked up prices there, right?
No, but it is a Bolero.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think they're one of the largest bowling operators in the country now, this Bolero.
I mean, the bowling alley on 56th Street in Tampa is affiliated. The one on Commercial Way in Spring Hill.
Gotcha.
There's one in Lakeland. There's one in Bradenton.
Tell you what, the one out in California was AMF. You know what AMF stands for? Adios, mother.
I was trying to think of something funny for the A, but you did it, man.
Dude, you never heard that? You never heard of AMF?
I've never heard of. Well, I've heard of AMF, but
I learned that when I was 6 years old at summer camp. When you used to swat a fly in the bunk, you used to go AMF. Adios. Never. That was the thing. I learned that when I was. I learned that. I learned that when I was 7. I was 7 years old.
That's my new goodbye to everybody now.
AMF.
AMF, people.
Adios, mother. All right. One more call, and I got to move on. Carrie is in Tampa. Carrie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. Didn't the surge pricing start with Ticketmaster?
I know they've been doing that as well. Yeah.
I mean, isn't it in a bunch of industries? Like, I booked a hotel for Cape Canaveral on spring break weekend, and it's like 3 times as much if I would have picked like the middle of May.
Right. The point here is, yes. So supply and demand, like the airline industry, they will have certain seats at one rate, and then those get... Like, we're in the middle of booking stuff, and like what we were booking on Southwest or whatever fare we were booking, suddenly when you go to check out, those fares are no longer available and the prices have been raised. Yeah, that's surge. The point here is that we're looking at businesses and industries where really surge pricing or that type of model has not previously applied, and now other businesses are going to apply like that surge type pricing. That's sort of the story here. But, Carrie, I think you're right. Concert tickets are out of control. I mean, the prices of concert tickets are out freaking outrageous on what's going on.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Carrie, thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, Andrew, who was the guy I picked up? You were talking to him for like 10 minutes. Then you put him on hold.
Then because I had to go to other lines.
What did he want?
He was talking about prices of bowling, and I wasn't planning on giving you that call because...
Not every caller makes it on the air.
Okay. Right, and I didn't put information up there about it, so you wouldn't take it.
But why? Just hang up. Just say, hey, thanks for calling.
So I don't hang up on people.
Here's the thing. MJ, I have a quick trigger on the hang up. You know that.
Yeah.
Andrew does not. He will talk to you forever. He will not hang up on people.
Hey, I got a pretty funny story here. the personalized plates that many states offer.
Yeah.
And there's a hit. What are you smiling at over there? Roxanne's got, you have more bleep-eating grins on your face this morning than I've seen in a long time. What now?
Roxanne has really missed her relationship with the
I have.
texters. I mean, here we are doing a show, and I look at her face is buried in her computer, and she's laughing like a schoolgirl.
Roxanne loves a good textual relationship.
I do, don't I? Okay, so this guy hit me up. He's like, sports teams have been using surge pricing for years. And I made that point to you, and you said nothing. You said absolutely nothing. And then the guy hits me back. He goes, MJ turned his ears off when you said sports. And I hit him back and laughed.
We just moved on.
And then you just said, can I have an example of other industries? So this guy and I are laughing.
Okay.
And he goes, except sports.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know that you should have gone to Roxanne.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So with license plates, many states have the ability for you to get a customized license plate.
Vanity plates.
Vanity plates, like here in Florida, most states have them. Yeah, you pay extra to get a vanity plate, so source of revenue. But there's also a hit list. There's a band list.
Oh, yeah.
And there are actually companies that go through because people get creative with taking a consonant and putting it next to a number and, getting really creative. So the companies have figured out all of the nasty plates or inappropriate plates that are not necessarily the best to be, on the roads. Well, there's a guy up in Maine, and Maine is forcing this guy to give up his license plate.
Oh, God, what does it say?
Maine, this guy had this plate apparently for a while.
What does it say, vein?
Hey, what?
Main vein? Hey, the main vein?
All right, will you stop it,
I don't know. I'm
Fester?
trying to think of a main joke.
Stop. All right, so this guy is from Maine. He is a vegan, and he's got a real problem with the Maine Department of Motor Vehicles. The guy's name is Peter Starostecki. Peter Starostecki. He has to forfeit his license plate. They are demanding the return of this license plate. They're taking it off the road because Maine is now cracking down on tags that they deem inappropriate. Now, for several years, the state had allowed motorists to customize their plates with almost any combination of letters and numbers, including combinations that other states would ban. Which, why would you do that in the first place? Why would you allow anything to be put on a license plate? You ought to have a list of plates that you shouldn't have. Anyway, this guy, you ready for this guy's plate?
Well, okay, I want to know if you saying he was a vegan, is that a clue?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I want, maybe I shouldn't have said that off the bat. Maybe I should have saved that. You guys have a piece of paper and pencil in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to grab a Sharpie, and I'm going to write down here. I'm going to write down the license plate number. I'm going to read out the letters, and you guys write it down as well.
All right.
This guy's license plate up in Maine, which they're demanding that he return, is this: L U V T O F U.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he loves tofu.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he doesn't.
So it's L. I'm holding it up to the camera.
He loves a lot of things.
LUVTOFU. So it depends how you break up your words. Love to F. All right, that's what some people might see. But the guy's a vegan, and his plate is love tofu.
No,
LUVTOFU.
No.
Love tofu.
See,
not love to F.
That's all I see.
See, I want to buy that domain now and set up a tofu shop. Get a lot of
Love
hits.
tough. I'm sure it's already taken.
Dude, I'm sure, and has nothing to do with tofu on that site.
I know. Yeah.
So this guy's got to give up his license plate, and he's all ticked off. I'm like, he's got it on a 335i, a BMW.
How long has he had the plate?
He had the plate for a couple of years.
I mean, if he's had it for a bunch of years,
Yeah.
I mean, the state's kind of a little late to this game.
Is he really a vegan?
And does he really like to do it?
Listen, the guy says he's a vegan and he loves tofu. That's what he doesn't.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it at all? You think that's his cover
excuse.
story?
Yes. Someone's going to catch him eating some meat somewhere.
Dude, I would steal that
Blow
plate
up.
so quickly.
Recently, Maine decided that it had enough of the uncensored plates, and they directed the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to reestablish a system for vetting the state's 120,000 different vanity license plates.
You know, you talk about surge pricing. If the state wants to make extra revenue, they should charge more for like the offensive plates.
So Love Tofu was one of 274 license plates banned by the state of Maine this year. The state has rejected all the appeals from Peter about his Love Tofu license plate.
Sorry, Peter.
It's pretty funny, isn't it? Luvtofu. Love tofu. Get your mind out of the gutter, folks. It's not love to F. You know? Come on.
I mean, you can love both, right?
Yeah. Hey, I also saw that Girl Scout cookies could be delayed. Wait a minute. I just bought Girl Scout cookies 2 weeks ago outside of the Publix in South Tampa on West Shore where the Sports Authority used to be.
Yeah, they're all out.
What's going on here?
I heard that there's a flavor that has run out of supply and that they were being sold on like the black the black market.
It's the Raspberry Royale. That was the one that was only available online. It was a new flavor this year, and they sold out so quickly that people were selling this $5 box now on eBay. It was going for as much as $100.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Black market Girl Scout cookies?
It's a thing.
Raspberry roulette? What was it called?
What did I say? I said Raspberry Royale.
Royale?
Let me check. I don't think that's right. I know it's Raspberry something.
Okay, Raspberry Rally.
Oh, okay.
Raspberry Rally.
There you go.
Listen to this. Cookie enthusiasts that love Girl Scout cookies may have to wait for their orders thanks to production issues at a Kentucky manufacturing facility. Isn't that like the Little Brownie Bakery? Because, Michelle and Chloe, they were girls. Michelle was a Girl Scout leader for years. Yeah, Little Brownie Bakers. There are like 2 bakers of Girl Scout cookies in the country, I think. And the Florida ones come from Little Brownie. But wait a minute. Again, they had cookies when I was at leaving Publix 2.5 weeks ago. And the girls had the table set up with their mommies right there. I bought 4 boxes of cookies.
All right, what if I told you, and I love Girl Scout cookies, and I love the Girl Scouts.
Yep.
But I think any time there's news around Girl Scout cookies, it's fake news. I mean, last year, wasn't there warehouses of unsold cookies? And then the year before that, they couldn't get cookies because of the pandemic.
No, it was.
And then the year before that, it was something else.
Listen, in the last couple of years, because of COVID, they made the cookies and the girls were not able to sell them through the normal channels with people at work. And you know how many cookies are sold like by parents at the office or their kid comes to the office to sell Girl Scout cookies? Do you know how many cookies are sold that way? So during the pandemic, that kind of put the kibosh on that. And there was a lot of excess capacity that was sitting around. Now, I will tell you one thing, that the price is going up and the boxes are going down.
Shrinkflation.
Well, it is. So the prices of the cookies are higher, and it's you don't get a lot of cookies anymore. I mean, it's really.
I mean, you give your $5 to support the Girl Scouts, and here's a handful of cookies.
Well, the amount of cookies, it's really. I mean, at some point, you're going to get one cookie for $4.50. I'm serious. It's going to be a box, and there's going to be one cookie inside the plastic wrap.
It's going to be a cookie pouch. There you go.
I was pretty shocked on how few cookies that you're getting now in the Girl Scout cookies. I like them. I like to support the Girl Scouts. Chloe was a Girl Scout. Michelle started a brand new Girl Scout troop in South Tampa because all the ones were full. And Chloe and a bunch of her friends wanted to be a Girl Scout. Michelle did all the stuff. She started an all-new troop in South Tampa.
No, so I walk out of a supermarket, I see the Girl Scouts. I always try to buy a box to support the Girl Scouts, and because I'm a glutton, and I eat the whole box before I get home. But
don't share with anyone in the family.
I'm a Samoa guy.
Me too.
Yeah,
but they changed the name for those.
Did they?
Yeah,
What do they call them now?
Well, because you look like you're a wrestler from Samoa.
I look like a Samoan.
You
Yeah,
do.
that's right.
I mean,
I wish.
about the size of a wrestler from Samoa.
Yeah, Caramel Delights
Yeah,
Samoas.
they changed them to Caramel Delights.
Those are gluten-free, I believe. Are those the Caramel Delights? Or
Caramel
those
Delights? I don't know if they're gluten-free.
I feel like on half the country they're called Samoas, and the other half they're called Caramel Delights because of the 2 bake shops make them a little different.
Got to make a call if you haven't figured that out. I'm calling Chloe in the UK. I don't know if she has class now. It's Monday. They're 4 hours up now because of daylight savings change. So it is, It's about 12 noon there right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if Chloe's available. Because Chloe wanted us to go out and do this activity with her friends. And then I'm like, no. I saw a story about this. Yeah, she might be in class right now.
Welcome to the EE voicemail. I'm sorry, but the person you've called is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Okay.
After you...
Oh, hang on a minute. Why is Michelle calling me? Hang on a minute. Yes, Michelle.
I think she's in class.
All right. Do you know the hotline? I gave you the hotline. You don't have to call my cell. You can call the hotline.
I don't know the hotline.
I gave you the hotline. Call the hotline. I'll send it to you again. Oh, she just hung up on me. All right, so I wanted to get Chloe on. First of all, I think she was delighted to have Michelle and me over in St. Andrews for the last 8 days. We just came back last night from Scotland visiting Chloe. So Chloe's like, hey, Mom, Dad, do you know about this new thing?
Look, I'm getting texts from Chloe right now. I'm in class.
Oh, you're getting texts?
Yeah, she's
all right.
From a 44 international code.
Yeah, it's 44, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so Chloe says, hey, Mom, Dad, you want to hang out with my friends? We're going to do a whole bunch of Borgs. I'm like, oh my, I can't believe you just said that because I had just seen a story. It popped up in the news feed on my phone. Moms, dads, if you got college kids, high school kids, are you aware of the Borg? B-O-R-G-S. Borgs. Are you aware of what this is?
A Borg?
So Chloe says to Michelle and me, hey, yeah, my friends want to do a bunch of Borgs. I'm like, oh, no, you're not. And I was getting ready to email her the story as a warning because I saw a couple of days ago while we were still in Scotland in my news feed, headline, dozens of University of Massachusetts students in hospital over dangerous Borg TikTok booze trend. I got Festa with his little chortle over here, and you're with a,
So
it sounds terrible.
It's a drinking game?
This is this is about the dumbest thing. Andrew, can you get phones? Phones are ringing. All right, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And this particular Borg challenge, this has put dozens of, they had like a mass dispatch of ambulances to the University of Massachusetts because of this. Listen to the story. Dozens of students at the University of Massachusetts were hospitalized over the weekend after participating in a dangerous binge drinking trend involving blackout rage gallons. Blackout, B-O, rage, R, gallons, G-S, Borgs. So they're calling it Borgs. 28 ambulances had to be called. So many that neighboring towns had to send their emergency vehicles as well, as students participated in what's known as an annual St. Patrick's Day celebration called Blarney Blowout at the Amherst School. By the way, UMass Amherst also tried to recruit Chloe to play soccer. Yeah, that's one of the schools that wanted her.
Wow.
UMass Amherst. She had a full ride to that school.
So I'm looking at a TikTok here, MJ, that was apparently...
If she wanted to go.
It was apparently taped in or filmed in Tampa because they're saying Happy Gasparilla, and it's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the language is on it, but they're all holding different kinds of Borgs.
They're the 1 gallon plastic milk jugs or like the iced tea or lemonade jugs. It's the 1 gallon cheap plastic container that a gallon of milk comes in, and that's what's being used for the Borg. Hordes of students gathered in the snow during the festivities, plastic gallons filled with a mixture of alcohol, electrolytes. So what they do is they'll take Gatorade. They'll put alcohol, Gatorade, and water. And you got to drink the whole gallon. This destructive trend has become popular on TikTok. Again, the Chinese communist TikTok spy, destroy American society platform is at it again here. I mean, what this is nuts. The trends become popular. The mostly college-age kids that are doing this claim that the Borg mixture keeps you hydrated as you binge drink. So they think that by mixing in some electrolytes with a Gatorade or Powerade and water and then a whole bunch of alcohol in the gallon container, that, this is good for you because you're remaining hydrated while you're binge drinking the alcohol also in your 1 gallon mixture.
All right, so that does make sense.
And then Chloe, that doesn't make sense.
I'm kidding.
Would you stop?
I'm kidding.
Let's open up a little pouch of emergency and pour that in there as well. That's going to be great for us. What are you talking about? So, Chloe, I had just read the story. I was going to email it to her, and she's like, hey, Dad, you want to go do Borgs with my friends? I'm like, no!
Do Borgs.
No!
That's funny.
I don't want to do Borgs. I don't want to do cyborgs. I don't want to do anything Borgish. I mean, this is insane.
Are the Gatorade companies and Powerade, are they on Borg with this?
No.
Are they endorsing it?
Did you say on Borg?
Of course. Are they endorsing it?
Some Borg recipes call for 1/5 of alcohol, which equals about 16 drinks. According to Nicole Barr, an official at the University of North Carolina Wilmington Student Health Center, spoke to CBS News on this. Maybe we ought to go to phones on this whole Borg thing. 800-990-1047. Do we have any college-age kids? Any or high school, college-age kids? Any parents? Are you aware of this whole Borg thing? 800-990-1047. And listen, share the story that how many 28 ambulances had to be called to the University of Massachusetts because of this?
Yeah, it's alcohol poisoning.
Because kids were like blackout drunk and they were in danger of serious problems.
So what I can understand from this is everybody makes their own gallon.
Yes, and you carry your own. And you know what they do? They decorate their gallons with Sharpies and magic markers and everything.
And apparently you name your own gallon.
Oh, here's some girl.
This is from Tampa.
Oh, this is Tampa. So she's walking around a Gasparilla with
listen to this.
Dead man. Can I play it?
I think so.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
I don't know.
All right, roll it. Here's
Dead man Borg. My name's Jack, and my Borg name is Brown versus the Borg of Education.
The Borg of Education.
Pirates Borg for me.
The Pirates Borg for me. So they're all naming their Borgs. Let's go to phones on this thing. So, and I wanted to get Chloe on, because I don't even know if she's done Borgs. I said, don't do that. And she kind of hushed up. I hope she hasn't done this Borg thing over at St. Andrews.
She's in class for another hour.
That's right. She's got a 2-hour class today. All right. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I'll tell you what, folks. Make sure you're listening in the 9 o'clock hour. Make sure you're listening. Between 9 and 9:45, we will call Chloe in Scotland after she gets out of her class at St. Andrews. And I want to know whether she's been doing this Borg over there. In the meantime, let's go to a couple of phone calls on this. 800-990-1047. But heads up to parents with high school kids and college kids. Don't end up having your kid having to be transported in an ambulance to the hospital because they drank a gallon of this alcohol mixture. I mean, this is incredible. Dozens, 28 ambulances had to be called to UMass Amherst? Let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Donald's in Dade City and a college student. Hey, Donald, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, nice to talk to you guys. I'm a long-time listener, so...
Thank you, Donald. Appreciate it. How old are you?
I'm actually 21.
Excellent. All right, so tell me about your Borg experience.
I actually go to St. Leo University in Dade City.
Yep.
And it is like all the people talk about now on like Yik Yak and TikTok and all that stuff. And it's just crazy. It's like kind of similar to I don't know if you ever heard of Y bombs, where you basically shotgun a Red Bull with some vodka in there,
yeah,
and you just chug that. It's supposed to make you feel better.
And St. Leo's a religious school. Is it a Jesuit school, right?
Something like that, yeah, right?
Yeah, but you know us Catholics, we know how to drink and party, so.
All right, so how many ambulances have been called to St. Leo?
Oh, my God, every single day it's a new ambulance, and it's not necessarily...
Wait a minute, hold on. Are you serious that students have been hospitalized and ambulances have had to come because of the Borgs?
Not necessarily because of Borg, but, it seems St. Leo, a Catholic school, has a few, crazy people here and there. So, but yeah, we've had a few. I'm pretty sure we've had a few cases of that where we've had people hospitalized because of borging or whatever you want to call it. I mean, the kids that do this are kind of stupid. I'd stay away from that.
Good for you, Donald. Thank you, buddy, and thanks for being a long-time listener. Look at that, a 21-year-old with his head screwed on right. Thanks, Donald.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You too. Oh, look at this. Ted is in St. Pete. He's an Uber driver. I'm sure, man, these Uber drivers, man. They
see it all.
Well, you got to deal with college kids and like drunk party goers. You got to deal with like the South Tampa, South Howard crowd throwing up in your Uber on a Friday and Saturday. There's like a $250 vomit cleanup charge. Hey, Ted in St. Pete, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, just real quick. Yesterday I was picking up down in Sunset Beach. A lot of college kids down there, spring break, and 4 girls got my car. They loaded up the back of the car with all their beach goods, and each one of them had the gallon jug.
Oh, jeez.
I really had no idea what it was until I got in the car and started taking them back to their Airbnb in St. Pete. And the girl in front was telling me how they dump half the water out of the gallon jug, fill the rest of it up with vodka, and then they take the powdered drink mixes with the energy, the caffeine ones, and dump that in there, and they try to drink as much as they can until they black out. So they were pretty intoxicated in the car, but it sounds pretty dangerous.
Well, also the last thing you want, and I'm sure that have you had anyone puke in your car?
I have not. I've been fortunate enough with
man.
close to 5,000 rides. The ones that have warned me, and I've been able to pull over.
Oh, that's
Luckily.
So you have had folks say, "Stop, I got it," and then you've stopped, and they've done it outside.
Yeah.
How many times did that happen with 5,000 rides?
That has happened to me 3 times.
Wow. And I was told by an Uber driver recently here in South Tampa, I was told that there's a preferred vomit cleanup company for Uber drivers.
To be honest with you, I don't know because it hasn't happened to me. So
I think it's called Vomit Masters or something.
I hope you never have to find out, Ted.
or you just call Zero Res.
Right?
Yes.
What an angle for Zero Res.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Uber Vomit Cleanup with Zero Res.
Give you an Uber discount when you mention MJ.
Mention the MJ Morning Show for your next puke cleanup. There you go. Hey, Ted, thanks for calling. Judy is in Tampa. Hello, Judy. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Judy.
I was gonna tell you it's not called Zoomass for nothing. We used to have gallon milk jugs. Pour half of it out, pour in Kahlua and peppermint schnapps, and you got yourself a Girl Scout cookie.
Oh, geez. So you did this years ago, right?
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Only incident really was the girlfriend fell out of the car. She hit the door handle by accident, and
was she hurt? Was she hurt?
No, and saved the gallon jug too.
Yeah. Where did she fall out of the car? Where did it happen?
We were traveling out on Route 9 out in Mass, and we're just cruising around.
Hold on, where was this?
She went to the University of Massachusetts. They called it Zoomass.
Okay. Oh, instead of I gotcha. So this was, and she fell out of the car. At what speed did she fall out of the car with her jug?
Yeah, we were probably only doing about 25, 30.
Falling in the middle of a road?
It's pretty fast.
She bounced. What can we say?
She bounced. Judy, did you graduate?
Yes.
Excellent.
With honors, let me tell you.
With honors. How about the girl that fell out of the car at 30 miles an hour? How'd she graduate?
She kind of passed on that one.
Oh, she flunked out?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
she decided to go to another school and kind of bounced from that one, too.
Yeah, she's bouncing all over. Hey, thanks, Judy. Thanks for that. One more call on this before we move on. Dustin's in St. Pete. Hey, Dustin, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Going well. What's up?
So I got 4 younger sisters, all in Southern California, going to San Diego State.
Wait a minute. You've got 4 sisters going to San Diego State?
Yeah, I have 6 sisters, but 2 already graduated.
Wow.
4 are at San Diego. And all of them do the TikTok challenges, so they're all part of the Borg thing. But the oldest, who's 22 right now, so she can finish the whole jug, but her method is barfing, throwing up every third of the jug. As long as she clears her stomach, she'll clear the whole jug.
What's going on with the Ute of society? What is going on with today's Ute?
That sounds fun.
What
right?
is
I
a
can't
Ute?
say it was much different when I was that age.
I mean, listen, you did the keg stands, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, drinking games and the drinking, nothing's new here. It's been happening since the beginning.
What's the one, the around the world, where you go to every single room and it has a different drink that you drink? Have you done all
Well,
those?
the pub crawls
Yes.
and all, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of games.
It's called Epcot.
All right, Dustin, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's called the Epcot Beer and Wine and Food Festival,
You can
whatever
drink
it is.
around the world at Epcot and go to every different country and get tanked. Yeah.
That is correct. All right, now we're up to the musical portion of the program. What are you laughing at?
It's just funny the way you position it, the musical portion of the
Yeah,
program.
because I got to talk about
Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Guess who left a $5,000 tip for a server at an Omaha, Nebraska restaurant?
Well, I think you kind of
Take a guess.
You kind of gave it away by playing Jason Derulo.
No, it's actually David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
No, I'm kidding. It's Jason Derulo.
Oh, Jason Derulo. You just told me.
It's Joe Elliott from Def Leppard. Yeah, Jason Derulo. And folks, you know Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
His huge, massive song was... big hit back in like 2009 or something.
Yep, sounds about right.
But that was his signature, is to sing his name like in every, and it was brilliant. No one's really done that. And he would say, well, because people will know who I am.
Yeah, it's great marketing.
It was great marketing. It was brilliant. And then I think he stopped doing it for a while, but then I think he's gone back to singing his name. Jason Derulo. Well, guess what? Guess who gave a $5,000 tip to restaurant workers in Nebraska?
That's cool.
Jason Derulo.
Very generous.
Left a $5,000 tip after finishing a meal with friends at Charleston's, a restaurant in Omaha, Nebraska, over the weekend. Hey, Jason, thank you. You just paid for a semester of my college. I can't say thank you enough, said waiter Jordan Schaefer in a video that he put up online. I think we have that as well. Here, listen to this. This is the actual server thanking Jason Derulo.
Wow, my heart's beating. Really awesome. Hey Jason, thank you. You just paid for a semester of my college. I can't say thank you enough. So, I hope you and your family have a wonderful time in Omaha, and I hope you see us again. Thank you so much. Dude, check it out. I can't believe this.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a...
Feel good.
Charleston's is just some restaurant in Omaha, Nebraska, and Jason Derulo left $5,000.
I had dinner with him one time with a group of people.
Yep.
And
hold on a second. Did you just say you had dinner with Jason? You had dinner with... Oh, I had the thing down. You had dinner with...
Jason Derulo. Yes.
Really?
He was so nice, super nice guy. It was after he sang the national anthem at the opening day for the Marlins. This is back in 2018. And so after the game, a big group of people went to...
I forgot. If they're a celebrity, Roxanne has been with them.
Some sort of 7 degrees of separation.
In some way, Roxanne's either interviewed them or had dinner.
I mean,
like Jason Derulo.
You've heard of the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It really should be the 7 degrees of Roxanne.
You know what? I think it ought to be the 2 degrees of Roxanne.
In this case,
I think
it would be.
7's too far to go.
Yeah.
So when was this?
This was in 2018, so it would have been like late March.
It's only 5 years ago.
Yeah. And he was there with his girlfriend at the time. They were such a nice couple. And the one thing...
When you met him, did he say, "Hi, Roxanne, my name is Jason Derulo"? Did he say that?
Yeah.
No. When he ordered, was he like, "I'll have the chicken"?
When you went to the restaurant and he went up to like the front like reception. What do you call it? A restaurant? Yeah, the
hostess does.
Host. Thank you. I couldn't think of the damn thing.
hostess.
All right. So when he walks in and he says, "Yes, I have a reservation at 7:45 for Jason Derulo." Does he sing it?
Okay, you know what? Now that you're saying that, something that he does makes a little bit more sense.
Table for 20.
Jason Derulo. Yeah.
He always has this bodyguard with him, and the bodyguard is like Andre the Giant. He's like the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Why does that surprise you?
Because not all celebs travel with bodyguards or security like that.
Okay.
But in other words, if you walk into a restaurant and you're Jason Derulo and you just look like a regular dude, which he does, you might not notice who it is. But if you walk in and you have this security team with you, this huge security team, then there's like, wait,
I will
who's
notice
he?
any guy who's walking around singing his name to the hostess stand. I'm here for dinner.
Where is the bathroom? My name is Jason Derulo.
What are the drink specials?
Please tell the chef that my name is Jason Derulo. I want my filet medium rare. What did he have for dinner? And where'd you go?
I can't remember, but we went to Katsua, so I think it was.
Well, hold on. You went where?
Katsua in Miami.
What's that? Japanese place?
Yeah, Asia. Sushi.
Yeah. So you went there. You don't remember what he had?
We all
was
had,
he a
it was
traditional sushi eater, or did he get all those junked up rolls?
I think it was just like food for the table.
I have a California roll.
You get sucked into all the junked up rolls, don't you?
Oh, I love the junked up rolls. Give me a good junked up roll.
Give me some
globs of spicy mayo.
Give me some great fish right out at Tsukiji Fish Market. Come on. Give me some stuff flown in from Tokyo.
All right, so did Jason Derulo.
By the way, Tsukiji or Tsukiji, I hear Japanese pronouncing it. The old Tsukiji Fish Market is no more. They have a new fish market now, so if you're keeping track.
We're all devastated. I was keeping track, actually.
Would you like to hear a compilation? Speaking of Jason Derulo, would you like to hear of like all the times he's said his name in songs?
Yes.
No. Jason Derulo, Jason Derulo, Jason Derulo, Jason Derulo, Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo.
Jason.
I don't know half these songs.
Jason Derulo.
I think it's enough.
All right.
Okay, one of them he said Jason. Did you hear that? And one of them he didn't pronounce the Derulo. He pronounced Derula.
I think I instantly hate this guy now. But I really liked him for leaving the tip, and I thought he was a good guy for that one song that I know.
But the first, he's like 3 or 4 songs that I know. But the first time I heard him sing his name was his first massive hit, which was $5,000 tip for these servers. The server showed the receipt totaling $5,795.99. So I guess the check with all his folks was $795.99, and then $5,000 on top of the actual bill. Isn't that lovely?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Surprise. Some reports say that he surprised 2 servers, so it might have been $5,000 split among 2 servers. Which makes sense, you know.
You have a good-sized table,
yeah.
2 people help. Yeah, sure. That's cool.
Look at that. That's nice.
Feel good.
Who wants a good swinger story?
Roxanne does.
Of course. Please, bring it.
There is a piece of jewelry, which I was unaware of this, and when I study for this show, when I do the preparation for the MJ Morning Show, every day I learn something. Every day I stumble across something. And over the weekend was no different. There is allegedly a piece of jewelry that indicates that you are a swinger.
Is it a piercing?
Professor, what are you grumbling about?
Well, there's always seems to be different. There's always different identifiers to this lifestyle, whether it be things hanging from your car or things hanging from your golf cart or things you put on the outside of your house.
Now, this particular piece of jewelry, the story that I read was on a man. So I don't know if this is specific that only men wear this particular piece of jewelry, which indicates that they're a swinger. But Do you have any idea? Are you searching over there, Roxanne?
No, I promise.
Oh, because you're like, what
Hands
are
up.
you? Are you just what? You're looking at your texting screen?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm listening.
All right.
Is it
Any
like
idea?
is it like a pineapple jewel? I've heard of like people wearing pineapple jewelry.
No. Well, we talked about the pineapple
Yeah.
thing like a month ago. We talked about the pineapple prints, or is it upside down?
Or
pineapple?
tattoos of pineapple.
There's something with
Yeah.
pineapples and swingers because we
Yeah.
talked about it a month ago.
Is it a Prince Albert?
No.
That's very specific. You have to be very intimate to even see that in the first place.
Yes. There.
That's not exactly supermarket attire. Oh, I see you.
The story is that if a guy is wearing a black wedding band,
Now, I don't think that's true.
a black wedding band is supposed to signify a swinger.
I've seen people with those that I know are not.
Story was about Liv, 30 years old, and husband Gage, 31 years old. And about 5 years ago, they apparently opened up their marriage, and now they claim that they're experts in spotting fellow swingers. And they say that they look out for men wearing a black wedding band, and that is supposed to be an indication that you're a swinger. Black wedding band on your right hand, this Gage declared in an
Wait.
interview.
Black wedding band
Yeah.
on your right hand.
Yes, black wedding band, right hand.
Okay, so wedding rings are worn on the left hand.
Yeah.
Right, but
For non-swingers.
But apparently, if you have a black wedding band on your right hand, that's a swinger indicator.
Okay, you're throwing me off with the whole wedding band thing. Wouldn't it just be called a band?
A black
Listen,
band, yeah.
Listen, this is what Gage is saying. Gage is a swinger. He's a 31-year-old dude, and his wife is 30. Her name is Liv. And I'm sure that's short for Olivia, right? Liv? So he said, quote, one sign is a black wedding ring on your right hand. Without disclosing whether he wears the item in order to pick up swinging women, he disclosed that that's one of the signs.
It's okay, fair enough. It's just throwing me off because you keep saying black wedding band.
Well,
and
that's
I'm
what
picturing
he's
I know,
saying. The
I know,
swinger's telling me it's a black wedding
but
band.
I'm picturing like a happy couple going to get married, and she goes, "Oh, look at that black wedding band, honey. That would look great on you." And then they get it, and they don't realize what it signifies. But this is a specific ring you wear on your right hand. That's what he needs to explain. It's the right hand that you wear
but
the
he
black
did.
band
He
on.
said
You made it pretty clear.
one sign of a swinger is a black wedding ring on your right hand.
All right, so I'm on a website called shop.swingers-symbols. And there's
Wait
a
minute.
whole
There's a website for swinging symbol jewelry?
shop.swinger-symbol.com.
Are you serious?
And there's a whole section for black rings. Wow. And apparently anklets are a thing too.
Look at that.
Ooh.
There is a whole, look at that. Fester's not wrong. There's a whole area that are for black rings. And this is a swinger website.
And there's a whole site for different jewelry.
Oh,
that
look
you
at the
should wear.
black! Look at the black ring on the outside, and it's got like red Louboutin in the inside.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Pretty bougie.
That's very bougie. No, I don't know if any swingers are gonna. Should we ask? Any swingers know the black ring deal?
I mean, they're probably busy right now if they're swinging.
What 8:27 on a Monday morning? You don't think a lot of swingers are listening to the MJ Morning Show?
No, it might be, but they might be preoccupied.
Maybe we want to play some Swing Out Sister.
Okay, yeah.
What song did Swing Out Sister do?
Yeah. Are they a one-hit wonder?
They were pretty much a one-hit wonder. Roxanne, don't get off the computer.
No, I'm not, and I have no idea to answer the question.
None of you guys know Swing Out Sister?
No,
Did they sing What's Going On?
No. What do you mean, what's going on? No.
What's going on?
No. No. I said, hey. No,
That's Four Non-Blondes.
That's not. You never heard of Swing Out Sister?
I have. I can't think of the one song they had.
All right, by the way, if you're a swinger and you know about black rings, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
Swing Out Sister.
Or if you know about any jewelry, because apparently there's a whole site with jewelry that are signs to people
I
that
can't
you are.
believe you guys don't know Swing Out Sister.
We don't.
I don't know that we need any jewelry. This isn't QVC.
Tell me if you've ever heard of this Anyway, there's a little swing out sister for you.
Buster, what color is your wedding ring?
So I wear a black wedding ring, but it's when I do wear my wedding ring. I haven't worn it in a couple of weeks, but it's tungsten. That's the material. That's like that hard stone or whatever that is, or metal, whatever.
No, tungsten's a metal.
What
It's
is?
not a
I don't know
stone.
what it is.
Tungsten's a metal. Did you not take chemistry? You know what the periodic table is?
No.
What is the atomic weight of tungsten?
Very heavy, or not?
You're telling me off the top of your head you don't know the atomic weight of tungsten?
Off the top of my head, I don't. The guy who sold it to me, though, said that it was really strong, but it would break under pressure and it wouldn't rip my finger off or something. He's like, if it was ever under serious pressure, it'll just crush. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. It was
Fester,
like $20.
I remember everything from my chemistry days.
Okay, then please enlighten me. What is the atomic weight of tungsten?
183.84.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what atomic weight is, if I'm being completely honest.
Andrew, can you verify I'm correct on that? Can you verify?
We don't want to give out misinformation.
What was that?
on this show.
You're so close.
Is he wrong?
Wait a second. I think tungsten's atomic weight is 183.84.
Oh, well, I gotta
Are you looking for the atomic number?
Is the atomic number, atomic weight, atomic mass?
The atomic number is 74.
Yeah, that's different.
I'm talking
than
about
weight.
no. The atomic number for tungsten is 74. The atomic weight is 183.84, if I'm not mistaken.
183.84 is the correct answer for the atomic weight of tungsten.
Thank you.
The atomic
Told you.
The atomic number is 74.
74, yeah.
And I guess the density is 19.3 milligrams per million squared.
Hey, did we get any black ring swingers?
No. But yeah, so I had a tungsten ring, but I wear it on my left hand.
I'm just giving you a heads up. I don't know if it's women also, but we know it's with guys. If you see a guy wearing a black wedding band on his right hand, apparently they're swingers. Now, with our air travel, we just flew over to Scotland and back. I thought that I would, and we flew Delta, by the way. We flew Delta JFK to Edinburgh nonstop.
Did you bring me any cookies?
Some shortbreads?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, damn it.
I think Michelle. I think we got a few cookies. Hey, you can just go to
the biscottis that they have. Those little, not biscottis. What are
you
they
can just go to for great shortbread. Just go to Lanky Lassie's in Dade City.
So good.
If you want, real Scottish shortbread, Lanky Lassie shortbread. She's got a whole store in downtown Dade City. Her stuff is fantastic. So good morning to Lanky Lassie. I don't need to bring shortbread back from Scotland. We've got great shortbread right here in the Tampa Bay area in Dade City. Lanky Lassie, tell him MJ sent you. So a couple of airline stories. So we flew Delta, which was very convenient. Well, we had to get to New York, but JFK right into Edinburgh. I didn't have to fly into Heathrow, which is a mess, or to Gatwick and then fly into Edinburgh. We just had to fly Tampa to JFK, which is a breeze, and then we flew over. We came back, but a couple of airline stories here, folks. And this is a Delta story. This is crazy. Delta destroyed a woman's suitcase. Wrecked it. Delta did the right thing. And Delta replaced her suitcase.
Okay.
Times 13. Suddenly, 13 suitcases show up at this lady's house.
That's like when you order something from Wayfair and you get 3 of them delivered if something's wrong with one.
You know what? Let me tell you something about Wayfair. We furnished the New York apartment. We furnished the New York apartment virtually for free from Wayfair.
Because they kept sending you something? All you do is say there's a nick on it, and then 5 more will arrive.
Hello. Seriously. How do they make money? But we weren't like scamming them. We would literally have some damaged furniture show up. Now, I know this stuff is all made in China and Vietnam, so I know it's pretty cheap stuff probably.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Like, we had like 4 of the same nightstands because literally the nightstand was damaged in shipment, and like the rear corner that would have been against the wall had like some damage, like some crazing where it got jammed up and the finish got cracked. And we called up Wayfair. They're like, "Yep, we'll send you another one." And I was like, "Well, what do you do with this one?" "Oh, just throw it away." It was
throw it away or donate it or give it to somebody. Yeah.
But then there were a couple of times where they just gave us a credit and told us to throw it, because then we got it and we're like, yeah, you know what? We can probably do better than this. And it's damaged. And they're like, yeah, we got credited like several times, and they said, nope, just keep it.
Just keep it.
Just keep the damn thing.
It's on us.
Hey, you know what? I ordered new harnesses for our Jack Russell Terriers. I ordered Fester, you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm doing.
You still have that cough?
It's greatly reduced, but yeah, I feel a lot better. But it's still.
So I ordered new harnesses from Chewy for the pups, and one came for Scout, our female, smaller Jack Russell, and it was still too small. And I did the sizing exactly right, and the sizing chart is not accurate. I did 100%. And I called up Chewy. I'm like, yeah, this size is not right. I need to order the next size up. And they said, okay, well, we'll send it out. I said, what do I do with the other one? Oh, just donate it.
Yeah, just donate it.
Okay.
Wait a second. It's a $28 harness. They don't want it back?
They're not going to resell it.
Why not?
When something's in somebody's home,
it's not like I tried on thong underwear that I'm trying to return.
No, listen, people's
not
house,
like I had a little butt floss issue. I'm trying to. Roxanne, am I grossing you out?
Yeah, some Lululemon pants that you're trying to return after you
A
went to
lot
a
of-
yoga class.
a lot of places have the policy: once somebody takes possession of it,
right,
they don't want it back, or they can never resell it. It goes to the dump. They throw it away. Maybe they get credit for it somehow. I don't know, but they don't. Listen, try handing something back to somebody at a drive-through. They don't take anything back once they hand it to you.
Perishable.
Whatever it is, they don't take any. They don't want anything back.
They're not going to resell your quarter pounder.
But still, they don't want anything. I ordered online air conditioning filters, and they sent me the wrong size. Right, I have like this big 5-inch stupid filter. Right, so I ordered this size, and they put it, and it was like off by 3 inches. I gave them the right size. They sent the wrong one.
Right,
and I was like, oh, I'll send it back to you. Like, nope, just keep it. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I couldn't do anything with it.
By the way, air conditioning filters that have maybe $1.50 worth of material sell for $57.
$55 is my filter.
What is the margin on? I need to get into the air conditioning filter business. Screw this radio crap.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's
Todd
go.
and Dom's air conditioning filter emporium.
There we go.
Yes, let's do it.
That's how you make some money, man.
Yeah, enough of this.
Exactly. And unfortunately, all of our money were in that SVB bank.
Oh, damn it. They just shut down.
Hey, I heard that Derek Jeter had $200 million in that bank.
No, he didn't.
It was $250 million.
Seriously, you haven't heard that?
No.
I heard that Derek Jeter lost $250 million in SVB.
No.
All right, I'm just trying to start a rumor. I have no idea.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know anything about that, but no.
All right, so back to my airline stories. Delta wrecked this woman's suitcase, and they sent her 13 new suitcases. She complained that Delta destroyed her bag, and suddenly at her house, 13 boxes of the suitcase show up. That's incredible.
Did they accidentally hit 13 instead
I don't
of
know.
30?
She said she filed a claim. Delta agreed to replace it. And suddenly, next thing she knows, 13 Ricardo Beverly Hills bags show up. I don't even know what Ricardo Beverly Hills is.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah. And a Delta spokesperson told the New York Post that it may have taken things a bit too far. Delta people are known for going above and beyond for our customers, but we may have taken that just a bit too far. We had our replacement baggage vendor get in touch with the customer to sort this out. We thank her for her business and are glad she got to choose from one of the 13 bags.
All right, I'm on the Ricardo site right now, and it's not high-end stuff. It's just, a $200 piece of luggage.
Ricardo Beverly Hills, it sounds like it's all fancy schmancy. So I'm looking at all these boxes. All right, that's airplane story number 1. Airline story number 2, and we had some smooth sailing. A little bit of turbulence because there was that nasty line of weather over Jacksonville, stretching across the northern part of the state. So we had a little bit of bumps last night coming back on JetBlue from LaGuardia. But we had some pretty smooth sailing. And airplane story number 2 today is, did you see the Lufthansa flight that was going into Dulles up in Washington, D.C.? So Lufthansa flight from Germany, let's see, I'm sorry. The flight was en route from Texas to Germany, and they hit severe turbulence, and they made an emergency landing at Dulles. So it was from Dallas to Germany.
They stopped in Washington.
And they had to stop in Washington because they hit some nasty weather, and the plane, they said, dropped like a couple of thousand feet. and the cabin was a mess. I mean, you've seen some of the videos and pictures from commercial airliner cabins when they hit some bad weather and stuff is flying everywhere. Beverage carts, food cart. I mean, everything is it looks like a tornado went down the aisle. You've seen those pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
So passengers on this Lufthansa flight, which they called the flight from hell, they were asked to delete all of the pictures of their severe turbulence. Can you believe that the flight crew said, we'd like all passengers to delete any pictures you've taken of the wrecked cabin?
Do they have any authority over that?
No.
I mean, if I said no, what are they gonna do? Yeah.
I mean, don't tell anybody. So you took pictures.
It's like you were at a strip club with them the night before. Like, hey, could you take those off your phone? I mean, that's shady.
A bunch of the pictures actually made it out.
Right.
And on social media, in news stories. So, I mean, the cat's already out of the bag. The cat's already out of the bag. But why? And Lufthansa claimed that for privacy purposes, in case anyone was in a photo, they didn't want to be in a photo. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a newsworthy event. If you're on a plane that dropped almost 4,000 feet and just tossed everything in that cabin, and you take pictures, I don't think you don't want to delete those pictures. You want to keep those pictures.
In honor of this incident, can we change the phrase cat out of the bag to crap out of the luggage?
Sure. Well, I don't think
that's what happens.
Well, it's really food and trays all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, because the luggage would be in the overhead compartments.
That could have flown out and
I have to
opened
say,
up.
the overhead compartments all seem to be closed
Intact,
during
yeah.
the flight.
They were intact?
Yeah. The overhead compartments, they're designed to, latch and be sealed even during severe turbulence. It was a March 1st flight. It made the emergency landing at Washington's Dulles. A flight attendant twice made an announcement for all passengers to get rid of any images that were on the phone. And passengers were saying to each other, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean get rid of the images on our phone?
Like it never happened.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, and this woman named Rolanda Schmidt, Schmidt, said that she was injured. She said she suffered a concussion, bruised her arm, and potentially fractured her hip. She said, I thought we were going down. Another passenger confirmed to the Insider that they were asked to delete any photos from the incident. You don't have to delete your photos. And tons of images got out. It's all over the place. Oh, by the way, Camila Alves was on the airplane. Do you know who that is?
Oh, Camila Alves.
Camila Alves was on this Lufthansa flight from Texas to Germany that hit bad weather, had to make an emergency landing in D.C.
Is that Matthew McConaughey's wife?
How the hell did you know that?
I knew it.
You looked it up.
She didn't.
That's
She
her.
didn't.
Did I?
Really?
She
No.
didn't look it up. She
Yeah.
didn't.
Camila Alves is Matthew McConaughey's wife. She was on the plane.
All right, all right, all right.
I had to confirm it when you said Texas, but I was like, yep.
All right, all right, all right. Because
Honey.
isn't he from like the Uvalde area?
Well, he was originally from there, but I think he lives out of the Dallas metro
Really?
because he left Hollywood.
Well, he's smart not to live in Hollywood. Smartest thing he's ever done, I'm sure. But how rude is it? Delete the pictures. No one's going to. If you took pictures, they can't grab your phone. We will search all phones now on Lufthansa. Heil Lufthansa. Yeah, no. They have no authority to do that.
Yeah, and the memories are still in your mind. You saw.
One last story here, which is outrageous. You know what? You got to hear this one. This is the dumbest thing I've heard of. There was an emergency landing and an evacuation, and this is just dumb. If you're in an emergency plane evacuation situation, you got to hear this. Don't be a bonehead. All right, I'll lead with that next, and then I got a ton of stuff. We got another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. I know you're dying to guess what it is, but I'm not going to tell you right off the bat. So you'll have to wait for a second here, guys. All right, back in a second. High Notes broke some of the windows here in the Q105 studios, which is a vast improvement to the studio, actually. Welcome back, MJ Morning Show, Q105. And we are back from vacation. We are live on this Monday, the 13th of March. Great to be back. Again, if you did not see the images that I took in the videos from our Scotland trip, Michelle and I flew over to Edinburgh and then drove to St. Andrews. And people are like commenting on like the video and pictures of me driving on the right side. So you drive on the left side of the road, and of course I'm driving on the right side of the car. Steering wheel's on the right, and people are like, "How can you do that? Is that confusing?" No, I mean I've driven that way in Japan. I've driven that way in the Cayman Islands for years and years and years. So no, I mean driving on the right side is no major issue. So if you didn't see my pictures, like the food, the fish and chips, the big Dover sole bones I'm holding up, the castle's spectacular. You got to see. We went out Chloe took us to a 10-course tasting meal in Edinburgh, which was phenomenal. So if you have not seen my images from Scotland, there's a whole variety. Chloe on the soccer field, they played some school. We had to drive to Glasgow.
Okay.
Yeah. Michelle's like making fun of me because I say Glasgow.
How do you say it?
Well, I do the accent. Hold on, let me get Michelle on the phone. Hang on. All right, I got the last airplane story. I'll get to that in a second. Hold on, give me a sec. Last airplane story, and this ticks me off.
Hello.
You gonna make fun of the way I say Glasgow?
Oh, gosh.
So was he trying to mimic the Scottish accent the whole time you were there?
He was trying.
Ugh.
I know. It's giving me a headache.
Well, also, like in Scotland, we say fish, F-I-S-H, but in Scotland, a lot of the I's turn into like E's. So they'll say like not fish and chips. They'll say fesh. Gotta get some fesh and chips.
Yes,
fish and chips.
You're trying out your Scottish language.
I mean, of all the ways to butcher an F word, I mean, that's not that bad.
Oh, no, we used a lot of other F words. I love saying the F word with the Scottish accent as well. which I kind
Does it jaws out the vowel a little bit?
I think Michelle told me to knock it off as we were driving to Glasgow. Driving to Glasgow.
Stop.
Do they say that's pants for something is rubbish or
what?
crap?
That's pants?
You haven't heard that? Yeah.
No, I have not.
That's pants.
I have not.
Let's ask Chloe about that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, great images. There's a picture that has over 1,000 likes of Michelle and I just sitting at dinner in Edinburgh. So if you haven't seen our pictures from the trip, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Chloe also hacked my account and put a filter on me while I was sleeping. So if you want to see that with my Charlie Chaplin hat on and a whole lot more, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and just take a look at some of the pictures. Certified MJ Radio, and feel free to give me a follow while you're there. I'm about to hit 12,000 followers like any second.
Yeah, we're all really proud of you.
Yeah, push me over the top, 12,000. Yes, baby. Certified MJ. Hey, hover. Let me see what I'm at. Hover. No, go back.
Oh, I refreshed the page.
Hover right there. Does it tell you how many I have? Oh, I guess
No.
I guess I have to be signed in to see. So I'm almost at 12,000. So give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. But even if you don't want to follow me, take a look at the pictures. Some great images from Scotland and from the trip. All right, Michelle, I got to call Chloe soon as well because we got to talk about the whole Borg thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, talk to you in
Hopefully she won't do it now that she's unsupervised again.
All right, I'll talk to you in a bit, all right?
Bye.
All right, this really just made me angry. Do you remember, we've talked about this twice or 3 times in the past. Airplane makes an emergency landing. In some cases, the plane is on fire. There was one, I can't remember where it was, but I think it was somewhere overseas. The plane is on fire.
Right.
And people are evacuating. I think it was an old MD-80 or MD-88 or something. And people are evacuating the plane, which I think the right wing was on fire or whatever, one of the engines off. And people were walking out with their carry-on luggage. evacuating the airplane, but they're taking time to open up the overhead bins. The plane is on fire, and people are taking their carry-on luggage out of the overhead bin. Stop it. Leave your freaking luggage and get off the plane. Especially,
what could you have in there that would be worth getting charred for?
I mean, there are a number of stories. That was
an
a
older
British
one.
That's from 2015. There was another recent one, like within the last couple of years, where people were taking their they were taking their carry-on baggage off the flight. Just get off the burning plane. Don't stop. Well, guess what? We have another one now. We have a new idiotic plane evacuation story. And this was just recently. A Southwest flight was evacuated in Cuba. This is unbelievable.
Southwest flies to Cuba now?
Yeah. They fly Tampa to Cuba.
I thought it was cut off.
No, that's opened up. You can fly.
Okay.
You can fly Tampa to Cuba.
Okay.
They run a couple of flights. I don't know how many flights a day, but the Southwest does it. So, Southwest had a flight from Havana, from Havana, Cuba, to Fort Lauderdale, Southwest. Last weekend, the nose and one of its engines hit a bunch of birds while taking off, while climbing out. Nobody was injured. 147 passengers and 6 crew members on the Boeing 737, and they had to turn around and made an emergency landing. Passengers did not follow evacuation procedures. Why? Because people were posting pictures of them posing for selfies on the wing of the airplane. They pushed out, in the exit rows on the 737, you've got the window exits. So you take you get the 2 rows, and on the 737, you climb out over the wing. People are standing up, people are trying to get out of the airplane, and people are standing on the wing taking selfies.
All right, I would probably do that.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
it's an emergency evacuation.
I'm safely on the wing now. I'm making my way off. I can hold a cell phone and walk off a wing at the same time.
Don't stand. People are clogging up the wing and preventing other people. They're taking selfies on the wing. Don't do it. Many of the passengers stood on the wing and took selfies, posing for selfies on the wing. Also, people were also clutching their luggage as they're jumping down the slide. You don't leave your luggage. First of all, that plane was not on fire. This plane struck birds with one of the engines and the front nose of the aircraft. And people are also jumping down the slides because on the aft and the forward, the big doors, you've got slides. The over wing exits.
Just walk on the wing.
You know what? There might be some type of. I'm not sure on the 737.
Is there a little ladder at the end of it? Who
no,
knows?
there's no ladder.
I don't know.
Yeah, but this is. Unbelievable. I'm looking at the picture of people. First of all, their carry-on luggage, and people. Look at this. I'll hold this up to MJTV right now. Look at them standing on the wing. They're just taking selfies on the wing.
Okay,
look at this.
It's not like it's on fire.
I realize that, but you're evacuating the aircraft. You don't take selfies on the wing.
I think that's just people's normal reaction now. They just grab their phone and don't think about the consequences of what they should be doing or evacuating. They just.
Speaking of stuff being on fire, you'd see somebody on fire and people would quicker take their cell phone and start shooting video than to try to help put the fire out on somebody.
Right.
You know?
I think you're correct.
That is insane. Hey, guess who takes 2 bodyguards to go to the bathroom?
All right.
Guess who takes 2 bodyguards when he has to go to the bathroom at the company headquarters?
Jason Derulo.
No, it's not
Jason Derulo.
No, it's not.
Is it like Elon Musk?
It is.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is.
I was going to say Jeff Bezos.
No,
but
good guess. A Twitter engineer has revealed that at least 2 bodyguards take Elon Musk to the bathroom at Twitter headquarters.
I want that job.
So 2 bodyguards follow him everywhere, including the bathroom. What is he, afraid of getting beaten up in the bathroom?
Dude, the way he's letting people go, there's a lot of animosity and pissed off people in that building.
Someone's going to stick his head in the toilet.
While we were on vacation last week, story came out that one of the ladies that was pictured sleeping on the floor of her office, she was fired.
She slept in her office to show her commitment to her job and how she'll do anything for work and blah, 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 and they fired her.
So Elon Musk even does number 1 and number 2 with 2 bodyguards to make sure that he doesn't get attacked.
Could he do number 1 with just one bodyguard?
Say, yeah, that's a good question.
All right, so number 2, both of you guys. Come on, let's go.
Anyone watch the Academy Awards last night?
So I didn't, but then I went back and I watched the monologue to see if there's anything good. I thought it was all right, but that's all I saw.
I'm not a huge Jimmy Kimmel fan. Plus, you know what? Screw Jimmy Kimmel because he always has nasty things to say about the Tampa Bay area. Jimmy Kimmel worked in the promotions department here at Q105. If you don't know that, was it early 90s, Andrew?
I believe so, yeah.
So it's before I came to town in 94 to the Power Pig at 93.3, which then became FLZ. So I got here in 94. Kimmel was already gone, but Kimmel worked, I believe, in the early 90s in the promotions department, or he produced a show, whatever the heck he did.
He produced Mike and Kent show in the morning, short-lived.
Who was it?
Mike and Kent.
Who the hell were Mike and Kent?
Exactly.
Mike and Kent were great.
What a resume builder that was for him.
So Jimmy Kimmel.
I know.
But seriously, whenever he talks about the Tampa Bay area, he calls this place a hellhole.
Yeah, what's his problem?
Yeah, what's your problem, Jimmy Kimmel?
I mean, everybody has a different experience wherever they live, but he didn't have a good one here.
He's not a wacko. He's a woko. No, seriously. Jimmy Kimmel, whenever he has something to say about the Tampa Bay area, it's nasty. He says it's like the worst place to live, worst experience of his life, hated the Tampa Bay area.
What, did he have a girlfriend like dump him while he was here or something?
That's a good question.
According to the Tampa Bay Times back in 2012, they say he was a producer for the Q105's Morning Zoo in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well. He says, I got a job in Tampa. It's the worst place I ever lived.
Well, there you go.
There's on a podcast.
Look at it. Quote, I got a job in Tampa, Florida, which is the worst place I've ever lived. That's Jimmy Kimmel. And he'll just say nasty things about the Tampa Bay area. So he was the host of the Oscars last night. We got in late, and we flew JetBlue from LaGuardia back to Tampa last night, and live TV didn't work on the entire flight.
Okay, so
they gave me a $15 credit. Thank you.
In Kimmel's defense, I'm reading this interview a little further.
Yeah.
My car was stolen, and he was burglarized the first 2 days he lived in Tampa. He lived there for almost a year, and then he was fired from the job. You know,
okay, so some bad things.
I mean, he didn't have a great experience here.
I've heard him say nasty things about the Tampa Bay area. So JetBlue's live TV was busted last night, so I didn't get to watch. We got home at about 11:25 last night.
Okay.
So I got to watch some of the final awards. So I missed Jimmy Kimmel's whole opening monologue. But I guess one of the things was about addressing the Will Smith thing and Chris Rock.
So I saw that he addressed it. So I went to YouTube and I watched the 13-minute monologue, and he addressed it, and he said that there was, precautions. There's a crisis management team this year, and he pointed out some of the superheroes in the audience.
I saw at the end of the show, at the very end, when he was walking off stage, they had one of those signs backstage, number of days since the last accident. You ever see those on job sites? And it was like number of days since the last Academy Awards incident or something. And number of shows, and they flipped it from 0 to 1. So
he was pretty funny. He's like, hey, if you do come on stage, we will just give you the Best Actor award. As far as the audience goes, just do what you did last year. Absolutely nothing. And it was kind of funny. It wasn't hysterical.
Did you see Chris Rock's reaction to the Will Smith thing in his stand-up?
I did not.
That's good.
That's
you gotta
Netflix.
watch that on Netflix.
But I heard that he screwed up a joke, and they had to take a joke out of the Netflix special because he messed up a joke and confused 2 Will Smith movies.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Here's Jimmy Kimmel from last night. Then I'll comment on the big winner.
We know this is a special night for you. We want you to have fun. We want you to feel safe. And most importantly, we want me to feel safe. So we have strict policies in place. If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute long speech. No, but seriously, the Academy has a crisis team in place.
There you go.
If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing. Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Maybe even give the assailant a hug.
That's pretty funny, actually. And the big winner last night, which I can wholeheartedly endorse, was Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And Michelle and I, we watched it about a month ago. Month ago? Yeah, about a month ago.
Okay.
We watched it because of the SAG-AFTRA Awards. I'm a SAG-AFTRA member, and I get to vote, and I had no idea what the heck this thing was. We put the movie on. It was really amazing. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once won 7 awards, including Best Picture. It won Best Director. It won Best Supporting Actor. Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress. She plays this crazy, like, frumpy IRS auditor. This movie is nuts. Imagine, like, time travel, science fiction, alternate universe, IRS audit, Chinese laundry. I mean, this
covers it all.
All right, let me read what the plot is. And do I recommend Everything, Everywhere, All at Once? Absolutely. I told Michelle last night, we got to watch it again because there's so much stuff that I don't think I got the first time around. And, of course, the Best Actress went to, how do you say her name? Michelle Yeoh? Is that? So Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress. She was incredible. She's an aging Asian woman, and she thought her career was done. She was like, well, how many parts are there for older Asian women these days? And she thought her career was pretty much done. And here she walks away with the Academy Award. But I recommend this movie. It was just 100% fresh. It was so different. It was so well done. So the plot, this is from Wikipedia. Evelyn Wan Wang is a middle-aged Chinese-American immigrant who runs a laundromat with her husband, Waymond. 2 decades previously, they eloped to the United States and had a daughter, Joy. The laundromat is being audited by the Internal Revenue Service. Waymond is trying to serve Evelyn divorce papers, and Evelyn's demanding father, Gong Gong, is visiting for her Lunar New Year party. Evelyn, reluctant to accept Joy's lesbian relationship with her non-Chinese girlfriend, Becky, introduces... Anyway, it's a middle-aged Chinese immigrant there. It's an insane adventure. It's like universe exploration, time... It warps. It's crazy, and I loved it. And it deserved to win. So I did vote for Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress in the SAG Awards. I also voted for Brendan Fraser for The Whale for Best Actor, and both of them actually won the Academy Awards. So I voted in the SAG-AFTRAs, but they also won the Academy Awards, and I voted for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once for Best Picture.
And both those films were done by a little indie production company, A24.
Yeah.
So they swept the Oscars top prizes. That's the first production company to do that in history.
So I can highly recommend that. Buffalo Wild Wings. Are boneless wings wings?
No, they aren't.
Well, guys suing.
Boneless wings are chopped up pieces of chicken breast.
Well, a man is suing Buffalo Wild Wings. We got a big old B-dubs lawsuit here, folks.
I mean, if they called it boneless chicken, that's one thing. It is boneless.
So we'll keep you apprised on the Buffalo Wild Wings situation. Got to call Chloe. We'll give her a few minutes. But we've got to call Chloe coming up in probably.
She was in class a few minutes ago.
We're going to call Chloe at like 9:34-ish. We'll call Chloe coming up because we got to talk about the Borg situation. Folks, this whole drinking Borg deal is out of control. And when you have 28 ambulances that are called to the University of Massachusetts Amherst because dozens of students, dozens of kids are drinking like madmen, drinking these gallons of Borgs. If you don't know about the whole Borg thing, I'm going to get Chloe on the phone because she mentioned when we were over in Scotland last week that we ought to go do some Borgs with her friends. And then I'd stumble across the story about what a Borg is. I'm like, oh, no, you're not.
So you didn't know she asked you to go do it with them, and you're like, okay, sounds good. And then you read the story?
Yeah, like a day later, it came up in my feed over in Scotland. Absolutely. Hey, did you hear about this orthodontist in Tampa that just disappeared?
No.
So he closed shop, leaving a lot of patients in a lurch, right?
Yeah, this is a weird. Listen, you know what? Don't disparage Lurch from the Addams Family. All right.
I mean, my name's Fester. I mean, it's all two awful names.
I named Fester after Uncle Fester from the Addams Family.
So yeah, he's just closed up.
This is weird. I saw. Did you send me the story from ABC Action News, or did someone else send me the story?
I don't know. I think I saw it like maybe last week because we was a lot of stories while we were gone.
Yeah, the ABC Action News I team, they're investigating. Patients are like totally confused after this orthodontist in Tampa just shut down. Dr. Manuel Alejandro Gutierrez, goes by Alex, treated patients in the area for over a decade, and Gutierrez Orthodontics just closed down. Since late last year, the doctor's nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure everyone feels mistreated. It's uncalled for. So you got kids with braces on their teeth, and
they need adjustments, right?
Adjustment, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you have to go in and get done and tightened up.
And I don't know. I guess some people, I think when Chloe and Julian had their braces, I think we paid up front. I think we paid for the whole gig up front. I'm sure there are probably plans where you can pay monthly as well.
My daughter has braces now. We
That's right.
paid the whole bill. Yeah.
You did. You paid up front.
Yeah. It was like, several $1,000s.
Yeah.
Just so she'd have straight teeth, which
Danielle Machado, son and daughter, both teenage patients who have braces that haven't been adjusted for 2 months. Channel 28 ran into her outside of Gutierrez's office where they tried to go interview him, and I've tried to contact them by email. That doesn't work. I've tried to use the text line that they give to patients. That doesn't work. I mean, where'd this guy go? Hey, let me get my megaphone. Hang on.
We got to find. We're going to find him?
Yeah.
I mean, has anybody gone to his house and looked for him?
Dr. Gutierrez, where are you?
I mean, let's find his house. Let's go to his house.
Yeah.
Dr. Alejandro Alex Gutierrez, where are you? Where have you gone? Why did you disappear? What's going on?
I feel bad for the patients.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a mess.
It's not like they're going to be able to, if they go to a new orthodontist, they're going to have to pay wherever they are. They're going to have to pay twice what they paid, basically.
So there's a message on the door. Dear patients, for the next 3 weeks, the office is going to close because we are doing an update to the system.
Okay.
We will not have phones available. Please text me if you questions or concerns at thank you so much for your understanding. Then it says sent from my iPhone.
Wait. Hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
How about we find the people who worked there?
Well, listen, if anyone did, I was going to ask any patients. So if you're a patient of this disappearing orthodontist here in Tampa, Dr. Gutierrez, or if you're a tech, did you work in Dr. Gutierrez's office? What the hell is going on? Or Dr. Gutierrez, call the MJ Morning Show right now.
I don't think this is helping.
800-990-1047.
I don't know that we need the megahorn for anything
This
anymore.
is an orthodontic emergency.
All right.
Dr. Gutierrez, call the MJ Morning Show 800-990-1047.
I literally shut my radio off listening to you blast that out.
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
that's the most annoying thing you can do.
I'm trying to
We're
go
not
above
outside
and
his house.
beyond.
Go to his house.
Like we went to
Yeah.
AB's house?
And maybe we'll drop off a couple of PDQ gift cards for Dr. Gutierrez as well. I don't know that we need the megahorn in the studio anymore.
Yeah. I guess they did go by, ABC Action News went by his house, and they said no one's been there. A neighbor said no one's been there for months.
Holy crap.
So this is 4 to 5 months that they haven't been able to find him at the office.
My God.
Is he dead? Was he like kidnapped by the cartel? I mean,
Maybe
where
he's
is this guy?
Buried in a cornfield in Kansas or something.
Seriously.
With Joe Pesci. All right, 800. By the way, I watched Casino on the plane coming back from Scotland.
So it's fresh with you, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I if Casino or Goodfellas are on the movie list, I can't pass it up. I got to watch it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
How far did you read down in this story, MJ? An arrest warrant has been issued for him as well.
That's an update. My story doesn't have that, so you have an updated story. All right, so if anyone worked for Gutierrez or if there are any patients that were left hanging with the orthodontic situation, 800-990-1047. Would love to hear from any former employees or any patients. 800-990-1047. All right, we got to call Chloe in Scotland. Did she text you that she's available?
Yeah, she's out of class now.
All right, we're going to call Chloe because I got to make sure she's not doing this Borg crap since I got dozens of kids hospitalized up in Massachusetts with this silly Borg challenge. And parents, if you don't know what it is, if you've got high school kids or college kids, you got to know what this whole Borg deal is. This is must hear. Also, big celebrity in hiding. Why? Maybe he's hanging out with Dr. Gutierrez. Big celebrity is also in hiding. Why? We'll tell you next. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. Don't miss this. So if you're getting ready to leave your car now, take us inside. Continue listening every day. Listen to the MJ Morning Show for the whole program. You can listen on your phone. Just get the iHeart app, get the TuneIn app, get the Odyssey app, and just search for Q105 Tampa Bay. You can listen to us on your phone. We stream live. All right, so don't miss a minute of the show. All right, when we get back, we got a loaded final segment on our first day back from our spring break, and we're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stay on by. Q105. Oh, geez. So, what is Fester doing during the whole commercial break? So, during the whole commercial break and OMD, Fester, are you on like Auto Trade? What are you on Facebook Market? Where the hell are you?
All right, so I'm on Facebook Marketplace.
All right, Fester's
right now.
looking at used mid-2000s Lincoln Town Cars and Grand Marquis.
Also, Crown Vics are a possibility, especially if it's the sports model.
Why don't you get the old police car with the little police light on the side and everything, the little searchlight? Why don't you get one of those?
I wanted one of them.
Why don't you get one of those police interceptor models?
Dude, I wanted one of them so bad, but they're all beat to hell.
Oh, they are.
I mean,
and like taxi companies took a lot of those after the police departments got rid of them. Taxi companies would grab them.
You really need to find like a detective's car or a captain's car.
Yeah, that didn't get a lot of use.
Yeah. Those are rare.
Fester and his big old, 79-year-old great-grandfather boats. I don't know why you want to drive around in a barge. You laughing at that, Roxanne?
Yeah. That's his look, though. Fester I can't picture him not in that
I
type
am
of car.
also open to late 2000s Cadillac DTSs.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Which we'll call Chloe in a minute in Scotland. By the way, hey, thanks for taking me over 12,000. I appreciate it. So our listeners, they followed me on Instagram, and I did cross over 12,000 followers a short time ago. So, not bad. Not bad. A little over 12,000 now. Certified MJ Radio. And I'm not just telling you to follow me. I've got good content on there, man. You want to see some great pictures and videos? The Crown. I mentioned this earlier in the show. While we were at St. Andrews visiting Chloe at school in Scotland last week, they're shooting The Crown. They're shooting a part of the new season of The Crown, and I have video of them shooting a scene of The Crown. So it's on my Instagram. Look for the video that has the screen capture of Chloe and Michelle standing next to each other on the side of the road. And that's where we were while they're filming a scene of The Crown just last week in Scotland in St. Andrews. Plus a whole bunch of stuff. You want to see a bunch of interesting things from our vacation? Going to see Chloe? Instagram, my personal, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. Now, I asked a question earlier. Which celebrity is in hiding? Because they're trying to evade getting served for a lawsuit.
I'm going to give a clue.
Give a clue?
So you know who it is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I do.
What's your clue?
The clue is this celebrity shares a birthday with Fester's wife because I saw a special tribute to him on your IG page, Fester.
Dude, I got into so much trouble over this celebrity if it's who I think it is. On March 6th, MJ, was my wife's birthday. So I posted this very special post about how it's such a special day.
Yep.
The birthday of my two favorite people in the world. And I put a picture of Allison and Shaquille O'Neal. And I say something very moving to Allison that, how grateful I am to her. And then I put something.
Do you know? So you know it's Shaquille O'Neal, right?
I know it's Shaq because I put a Facebook post about Shaq. I did not know he's in hiding.
You could have done a impersonation. You could have said, hey, here's a clue of which celebrity is in hiding.
I want you to know I ain't coming out of my house for nothing.
Why not?
Because I'm in hiding.
Do you have enough to eat inside?
I have plenty to eat inside. I have my Papa John's Shaq-a-roni pizzas. If my back hurts, I got icy hot patches. Yeah. I got all kinds of stuff.
He's also pimping some printer company.
I got good car insurance from the General.
From the General.
You're not driving anywhere, Shaq.
Yeah, my insurance rates are really low.
Because I'm not driving. Because I'm all holed up in my house.
Do I represent Epson printers?
I think it's Epson.
Is it Epson? Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know which printer company. It is Epson.
I do so many. Yeah. I do so many.
Yeah. So
why is he in hiding?
He's in hiding because
bad boy.
He's trying to evade getting served in the FTX lawsuit.
Oh.
Yep.
Tom Brady. The last one.
Yep. Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, they were served with papers. So somebody had to go to Tom Brady and say, "You've been served." Somebody had to go to Gisele Bündchen and say, "You've been served." But they haven't been able to get the Shaquille yet.
You ain't gonna serve me.
Unless it's a Shaq-a-roni pizza.
Wouldn't that be great? He orders a Shaq-a-roni and then he takes the last slice and then there it is on the bottom of the box, all covered in Shakaroni
or
grease.
the delivery guy.
Yeah.
The delivery guy, and it's not like a porno delivery guy.
Ding dong.
Yeah, he opens up the box. There's not a wiener in there. It's
Sir, you've been served.
It's the lawsuit being served.
Dude, how hard is Shaq to find? I mean, you know where he works.
What is he? 7'1", 7'2", whatever he is.
The guy who's been trying to serve him, they said that we've spent great efforts, 4 different service companies trying to get you all served with our compliant, and they have not tried these new tactics, like you said, hiding in the pizza box or the.
They say that
cake.
Shaquille O'Neal is actively evading service of papers. And O'Neal is listed as a defendant alongside a bunch of other celebrities in the class action lawsuit in the whole FTX cryptocurrency debacle.
I don't know how he's hiding, but they said it is really astonishing the measures he's gone to avoid service.
I mean, he's not going to be able to evade them forever.
Is it illegal to avoid them? No. I mean, if you can't find me, you can't find me, right?
I don't think it's illegal. No.
And they said the irony is that the admitted facts against him are probably the worst against any of the FTX brand ambassadors.
Oh, so he's got, they're claiming that he's the most culpable?
Most egregious and culpable.
Really?
Right.
Why?
Wow.
Shaq. Don't worry about him, Shaq. Screw him.
You should have just stuck with the Icy Hot Patch, the Shaq-a-Roni Papa John's Pizza, and the Epsom printers.
In 2022, Shaq had the Shaq's Fun House in partnership with FTX Super Bowl party.
Fun House. It's more like the Fraud House.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the fun part.
Let me get Chloe on the line. 7947. All right, calling Chloe over in Scotland because I got to make sure she's not messing around with this Borg crap. Borgs.
Hello?
Chloe?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Borgs.
Okay.
So while we were in Scotland to visit you last week, you said, hey, you want to hang out with my friends? We're going to do a bunch of Borgs. And you realize that within a day of you mentioning that, a story popped up in my feed. Hey, maybe my phone was listening because that does happen. And then
That's what I was just going to say.
a story pops up about 28 ambulances had to be dispatched to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where, by the way, you had a full ride scholarship offer to play D1 soccer there as well.
Yeah.
If you would have gone there, maybe you would have been taken off in an ambulance with the Borg deal. All right, so Chloe, why don't you tell everybody what a Borg is? Like all the parents that are unsuspecting and don't know what their high school kids or college kids could be into.
Well, I actually don't even know fully what it is because I've actually never done it, Dad.
I don't believe. Hold on. Why would, if you actually, you don't know what it is, you actually haven't done it, but you were telling us that we ought to hang out with your friends while they do a bunch of Borgs.
It seemed fun, but remember we sat with my friends, and my friend explained it to you. And basically, I think it's like half water, half vodka, and then you could put like juice in there or something, or like I don't know.
Well, it's like Gatorade, Powerade, or like an electrolyte drink mix powder. So what Borg is, folks? Borg is blackout rage gallons. Blackout for BO, rage R, and then gallons GS. Blackout rage gallons, and it is a 1 gallon plastic milk jug that's filled with alcohol, electrolytes, flavoring, and water. And then they name their Borg and they write, with Sharpie magic marker. I mean, Chloe, you're telling me that you've not done this?
No, but if I did, I have some good names that I would do.
Oh,
remember the one?
Like what?
Like Borgin and Morgan for the people.
Borgin and Borgin for your Borg. Oh, jeez. What else do you have, Chloe?
Or like Borgin Wallen.
Instead of Morgan. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank God.
So the only thing you have is puns on the name Morgan. Morgan Wallen
Yeah,
and then the law firm.
That's all you have.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you've got dozens of kids had to be hospitalized up at UMass because they got just alcohol poisoning doing this stupid Borg challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think your tolerance would be able to do it either.
Hey, Chloe, what about like Morgan Freeman?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's
You
good.
draw a bunch of like little skin tags on your gallon or something.
Little dots, like little chocolate chips all over the place.
And when you talk about it, you have to talk about it like Morgan. I don't even know how Morgan Freeman sounds.
Morgan Freeman. All right, Chloe. Who are you talking to?
Nobody. People just walk by.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Chloe. How was class today?
I was good, but you guys got so lucky with the weather last week. It is horrible today.
Yeah, we had sunny days every single day in St. Andrews and Edinburgh last week. It's unbelievable.
Was it still cold there?
Wasn't terrible. We had some, 30s,
Okay.
high 20s, low 30s. All right, Chloe, I'll let you
Fine.
go. And stay away from the Borgs.
Okay.
All right, I want to hear you being taken off in a, one of those European ambulances.
That's the sound they make.
Chloe, when do you come home? When do you come back to the States?
I was thinking maybe mid-May.
Okay.
Mid-May.
Good.
Yeah.
She's headed to Amsterdam this weekend. I mean, what the hell's going on?
So fun.
Who's paying for all this? All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Chloe.
Okay, bye.
If you don't know, man, you may want to find out.
Yeah.
We're thinking about taking a trip to London this summer.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, who's going to watch our kids if we want to go out? And then I was like, maybe Chloe could come over from Scotland.
No, she's not going to be
I
there.
know.
She's going to be gone.
But I would want to go out with her. I would take her out with me.
Drink her Borg.
The $2 billion Powerball winner. Guess what he just bought?
Dude, I saw it, and it's a shack. It's a hut.
Speaking of Shaq,
It's a hut.
that's an ugly look. I'm sorry, that's an ugly looking home. Looks like a modular home. Looks like shipping containers stacked on top of each other. The winner of the $2 billion Powerball jackpot, which was sold at, what was it, Joe's service station or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, in L.A. County. Edwin Castro's his name, and he just bought a $25.5 million brand new house in the Hollywood Hills.
Oof.
$25 million. Well, he collected $997.6 million before taxes, and he's 30 years old.
Good for him.
30 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he's a good kid. He's a former Boy Scout.
Yeah.
But also there's some controversy because you have two other people claiming that they won and that the ticket wasn't his. And so the lottery says he's the winner.
Dude, hire yourself a lawyer, and you'll be fine.
Man, he's got a lot of Boy Scout badges, though.
Yeah, he was a decorated Boy Scout, an athlete in high school.
Look at that.
Yeah, Joe's Service Center in Altadena,
California, it's in L.A. County. What an amazing story.
But he bought an ugly-looking house.
Yeah, dude, you know what? Money can't buy taste. I'll tell you
No.
that. tell you what, man.
Unless he's going to totally revamp it.
I mean, it looks like it's all made of concrete. It's like a concrete wedged into the side of a mountain house.
Tell you what, if I had hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in L.A. and I wanted a home in the Hollywood Hills, I'd do a lot better than that thing. I just, ugh.
I don't know, 7-car garage, a motor court. I don't know.
I just don't. I don't think it's a great looking house. Can you imagine? You're a teenage kid. What time? Oh my God! What happened? Guys, what time is it?
What are we doing?
The show's
Holy
over, by
crap!
the way.
The show. Oh my! I just
gotta
realized.
go do my show.
I just realized what time it was.
Yikes!
All right. One last thing before we get out of here.
We're not that concerned about time.
Man, I got a few things we got to do about it. So can you imagine this? You're a teenager. You're doing homework at home when suddenly. Pete Davidson crashes into your house in Beverly Hills.
That's awesome.
Did you know this?
Yes,
I would love
forgot about
Holy
that.
frig.
That happened a week or so ago, right?
I mean, Pete can come over anytime he wants. He doesn't have to crash into the front living room.
That's
A
crazy.
teenage girl was home alone when Pete Davidson was speeding and smashed into her family's Beverly Hills house. She thought it was an earthquake. 16-year-old girl. The dad told TMZ that his daughter was reading a book late Saturday when 29-year-old Pete Davidson crashed his Mercedes with that girlfriend, Chase Swee Wonders. Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, the high-end Mercedes, cop said was being driven at a high rate of speed, struck the outside of the living room, damaging the wall, knocking a window out of its frame. The impact was so intense the teen was convinced that she was in an earthquake. Nope, just Pete Davidson, that's it.
Wow.
Live from Beverly Hills, it's Pete Davidson. It was Saturday night as well.
I'd love to hang out with Pete.
It was Saturday night. Look at the Mercedes. Man, that's nasty. I'm holding the picture up to MJ TV right now. Look at the Mercedes. Look at the front end. That thing's all bashed up. Yeah, Beverly Hills police confirmed. Got some Beverly Hills cops on this deal. I ain't going to fall for a little banana in the tailpipe. Anything else before we get out of here today?
That's it. We got more tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have more tomorrow. A couple of quickies, though. On the Tom Brady front, is there any truth to the rumblings that he could be in play to quarterback for the Dolphins?
No. He put out a definitive tweet saying he has adopted a cat. His time is occupied. He is not coming back.
Yeah, but so who's floating the crap that he might be a possibility for the Dolphins now?
These sports reporters need to write something.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Maybe he's trying to win Giselle back. Even though she doesn't want him to play.
Well, also, what I see, there's a story going around that who's Giselle Bundchen going to date next? And someone's floating that the odds-on favorite is Tiger Woods.
Oh, because he and his girlfriend broke up. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, Giselle Bundchen and Tiger Woods, are they the next couple?
Did you hear how Tiger got rid of this girlfriend?
Locked her out of the house or
yes,
something?
Yes, had his handlers take her to the airport. Like, you know what, you guys are having a bad fight. Just go take a vacation somewhere. And then she found out, nope.
Right.
No more keys. Your stuff's gone.
So
she's suing him for $30 million.
Oh, I saw that. All right, we're running late. So, hey, first day back. I don't know how to keep track of time here. Folks, have a great day. Website is always loaded, mjmorningshow.com. If you need to give me a little... jingle via email. MJ at mjmorningshow.com is my private email. That's MJ at mjmorningshow.com. And we'll see you back here tomorrow, folks. Have a great day. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there, folks.
When it comes to beating cancer, your first choice